And I'm back on the live streaming circuit. It's been a real long time, bro. I've been going through some shit, so that's why I ain't been live streaming. But congratulations on his 600. I got 600 subscribers right now. See, I've been lacking. I've been really lacking on my YouTube things. I've been trying to keep content consistent. I'm still kind of sick, but I've been injured and sick all at the same time. My whole February was gone to injury. And I've just been at least trying to keep content up. But yeah, I hit 600. I didn't even fucking know. What the hell do I do? Because that's amazing. Damn. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Damn, I straight hit 600. I wish YouTube tell a nigga. They don't tell people anything, bro. I could have had 700. I wouldn't have fucking knew. But yeah, I hit 600 subscribers. That is great. Well, thanks to everybody that subscribed, that like the videos. When I live stream, they show up. I mean, it's all cool. It's all cool. But yeah, that's a good ass milestone. I need to like make a video or something for it. But I mean, yeah. But we getting into gaming news weekly live. I ain't did this in a minute, but we got plenty to talk about. There were so many things going on this week, and I was just catching news because I finally got back into work because I was injured for so long. So YouTube been busy removing the dislike button. Facts. I don't know why the hell they removed the dislike button. Like that helped a whole lot because there's some videos on YouTube that are a waste of fucking time to watch. Like they're clickbait as hell. You don't need to watch it, and the dislike button being gone disguises all of that. Now all the shittest YouTubers in the world are on the trending tab because nobody could dislike their videos. They're winning, and YouTube is letting them win because they're getting so many clicks. They're like, why not let them stay on the platform? But yeah, it's crazy. YouTube has just been changing all kind of shit. I've seen big YouTubers making like videos about how YouTube is fucking up, and I'm like, damn, like YouTube is really making a lot of people mad. But unless another platform comes along that can take what YouTube has, there's nothing stopping YouTube from fucking everything up. Kind of like the Sony and the PlayStation. If nobody comes along to stop their shit, there's nothing that's changing them. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, if we're gonna start there, we might as well just get right into the news. We could just go right into the Gran Turismo 7 news since we're talking about Sony already. Gran Turismo 7, bro. It came out, I don't know when. Nobody remembers when it was released, but it came out. And it it got overshadowed just like Horizon Forbidden West did by Elden Ring. And I'm like, damn, two $70 games got shit on by a $60 game. How the fuck does that happen, Sony? How did you let that happen? They did. And now the GT7 fans are in an uproar because Sony changed the microtransaction system in the game to make it harder to buy shit. And I'm like, what? In a racing game? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. GT7 is a dumpster fire. Everybody was like, oh, Gran Turismo 7 about to be the most dominant racing game again. It's going to be back on the map. Like when we saw the showcase, last time I did a Gaming News Weekly Live, I think we talked about it. The state of play for Gran Turismo was boring as hell. It was one of the most boring showcases I've ever fucking watched. And then they dropped the game whenever the fuck it came out. I think it was like the end of February, beginning of March, somewhere around there. And I heard nothing of it ever since until this dumpster fire happened. They changed microtransaction systems. Now cars cost more. And if you want to race online, you have to have certain cars or you can't compete. And now people can't afford those fucking cars. I'm like, Sony really fucked their fans. Again. First, we're making you pay $70 for a PlayStation 4 game. And then they up the microtransaction system so you can't even afford the cars to compete. That's, oh my goodness, Sony, bro. How do you get fans like that? How do you get fans that just let you piss on them every moment of every day and they still love you? I don't get it. I really don't understand how Sony can pull this shit. They have a cult following over there of people that just let them just do whatever the fuck they want to them. And then just They just give them everything. Like, thanks Sony, thanks for hurting me again. That shit's wild. That shit is crazy. And that's what Sony's doing over there. Every time they drop some shit. Why was Gran Turismo $770? And then it's been down for like a whole day. Well, I think it's back up now as we're talking about this. But it was down for a whole day this week. The whole game was offline. They couldn't even fucking play it. So y'all bought this game. Y'all bought the microtransactions to compete in this game. And then they shut the fucking game down. And they couldn't even fucking play the game that they bought. They paid $70 for. Yeah, I know only fanboys are fucking loving that shit. But they have a lot of them. They have famous ones that are spreading the fanboy word on platforms. They have plenty of media outlets that love everything Sony's doing. And it's spreading the fucking Sony word across the world like Christianity. How did Sony get these people, bro? They've been market leader for too long. That's exactly what it is. And they're still going to be market leader for a while until Xbox get their shit together. Which they're working for it. They're working hard for it. They're trying. But like, until Microsoft could really get their shit together on the Xbox division and push Sony out of the spotlight, Sony and their fanboys are going to take over the fucking media all the time. And then when dumpster fires and shit like this happen, nobody's talking about it. Like, Sony just had a freaking lawsuit going out about like uh gender inequality in their workplace and stuff like that. Nobody talked about it. But Activision got some fucking sexual assault allegations. Everybody killed Activision. But when Sony's getting like fucking comments, I think like more women came up and they're trying to settle outside of court. Like, Sony's just paying that shit off and like get the fuck out of here so y'all don't fuck our rep up. No media outlets is covering that shit. Because they don't want to kill Sony. Sony's their number one. Sony has all the fans. Sony brings all the clicks. And until that changes, Sony's going to keep doing what Sony does. Sony can shit on Gran Turismo 7 fans, and nobody cares. Everybody loves it. They applaud Sony. This was an amazing game. Sony, do it again. It is not going to change unless Microsoft get their shit together. Which, hopefully they fucking do soon. So then Sony can feel what it's like to lose it all. Because Microsoft has already lost it all. Xbox lost it all a whole fucking generation ago. They already know what it like to feel on the bottom, where nobody's talking about your content. Even when it's good, nobody's talking about it. Sony doesn't know. What they do, they felt it a little bit when a $60 game dropped called Elden Ring shit on two of their first party exclusives that got delayed from launch. That people were anticipating. They got shit on. It got fucking shit. Sony got shit on for 2 months by one game. Yeah, Microsoft ain't got nothing to lose now. They got Game Pass. They hoping they get Activision. I know they're still under investigation for that. Activision is, but once that deal's done, they're gonna have Call of Duty. So Microsoft is gonna make money for a long time. It's not about being on top for them. They're gonna make plenty of money for a long time. It's just Sony being on top has altered their perception of the gaming world. And is ruining them slowly. Their fans don't see it. But one like person, I don't know, he was an analyst or some shit. But he said that Sony in 10 years is going to be drastically different from Sony now. And Sony's already changing for the worse. And it's like, if they don't get on the fucking Game Pass train and start building their fucking network, Sony's going to be doomed. I seen a lot of Sony fanboy videos about that. I seen a lot of Sony fan articles about it. And he wasn't talking about Sony's going to go under. Sony's going to be dead. It's just Sony's not going to be the same Sony from PlayStation 4. They're not about to be dropping banger for banger every fucking 6 months. They're going to be over there pissing themselves and handing the shit to their fans. It's like, here y'all go, have a great time. Which is nobody wants that from Sony. We want Sony to drop good games. I mean, I don't like Sony games, but like, yeah, I know. There's The stock market has been in flux though, so it's not only Sony's problem. There's a lot of shit that changed when the announcement dropped that Microsoft was buying Activision. A lot of people took a hit. Sony people definitely took a hit, but the whole market took a hit. So it was kind of strange because I like follow it. I'm a stock market investor myself, so like when I watch the trends and stuff like that, there's a shit show over there right now. It's a up and down, just crazy shit show going on in the stock market, and like Microsoft stock is fluctuating hard as well, but it's still up. It's still up. It's not dropping low. If it does drop low, I'm just gonna cash in. Like I'm not even gonna worry because I know it's going back up. But like Sony's has been like once it dropped, it's been dropped. It's staying stagnant now, but it never went back up. Not completely anyway. Not where it used to be. But like they can always get back there. Maybe when PlayStation VR 2 drop. Hopefully it's not dead when it comes out. But hopefully when PlayStation VR 2 drop, they get some stock back in them. Square Enix stock has been going up, even though they've been dropping trash in games, but their technology side and their like anime side and stuff like that are been doing numbers. So Square Enix stock has been rising. Yeah, Microsoft been playing on the future since they failed the Xbox One. The Xbox One was for the future. The DRM always online check-in console, that was for the future of gaming, and the future wasn't then. So they had to cut all that shit back. And then the Xbox Series X came out. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a niche product, but they gotta make it good because if they want to dominate VR, they have to make it good, and they have to price it well. Because with the Oculus being so good and so priced well, Sony has a hard market to fight against. But it is PlayStation VR. So it's going to be for a PlayStation console. And I think that's what kills PlayStation with the PlayStation VR. Because if it's a good headset for VR, why can't you use it on PC? You would get more sales. But they don't do that. They make it for a console that not everybody wants. Which, since we're talking about consoles, the next topic, Microsoft has been outselling PlayStation for all of February. And I think January as well. Which is wild, because, well, no, it's not wild. It makes sense, because Sony doesn't have no PlayStation 5s to sell. They're selling PlayStation 4s. Almost forgot about that announcement. So since Sony's selling PlayStation 4s, because they don't have no PlayStation 5s to sell, everybody's buying an Xbox Series S. And loving it. They're selling out everywhere. Even in Europe, when nobody said Microsoft can win in Europe, they won in Europe. Xbox Series S was everywhere. They were taking pictures of it on store shelves. Sony fanboys was. They were just spreading it all over Twitter. Look at all these Series S's on the shelves. Nobody's buying them. Now everybody's buying them. Taking all of them off the market. And that's just funny. They need to make Silent Hill VR by Blue Box Studios. What the fuck happened to Blue Box? What happened to them? Because that shit, like, people talk about Xbox Studios fucking up. Where the fuck is Blue Box right now? They've been making fans mad since they announced that they were making a Sony game. Since they dropped that little snippet trailer, then they dropped the game app that failed 3 months in a row. And then once they got the game app, it was a fucking 15-second trailer of a floor. Oh my goodness, bro. Abandoned. Yeah, it is abandoned, bro. What happened? They abandoned it. They abandoned Sony. Sony fans not even talking about Blue Box Studios no more. They was like, oh, it's Kojima. Oh, it's Kojima. But now they not even talking about it. They like, Blue Box is a piece of shit. Fuck that company. They're making a PlayStation 5 game. Supposedly. We don't know. We're still waiting on them to drop the next part of their fucking trailer, bro, on that app. Whenever that news come out, I'm definitely covering it because I'm already invested. I said that when I seen the first trailer. I said that when I made my first video. I hate that I already invested in the fucking Blue Box shit. So now I have to fucking cover it when it drops. So whenever it fucking drops, I'm covering it. Y'all gonna be looking forward to a video, I hope. If it ever comes. If it ever comes. But yeah, I don't... It's crazy over there. Sony Studios, some of the Sony Studios, it's not even a Sony studio. It's just some of the Sony teams that work with them. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Nobody does, because Sony doesn't really talk. And since Microsoft do talk, they have a lot of shit to talk about with Microsoft Studios. And that goes into the next one. Fucking Perfect Dark. I know y'all have heard the people, everybody on YouTube was fucking talking about it. The initiative, people are leaving. There was like a VGC article where it had a list of everybody that fucking left the company since they announced that Crystal Dynamics was coming on, which was damn near a year ago. But they're like, everybody's leaving the studio. The studio's going under. Everything's going crazy. And like, there were Sony fans just reading the article and they think like, oh, this is so bad. There was Xbox people reading the article saying like, oh, this is so bad. There was some of them just like damage controlling it. Like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. It's going to be a fine game or stuff like that. When I read the article, and like the article was written, it wasn't written like a shot at Xbox, not how a lot of people read the article. But when I read it like, okay, people are leaving. They like, a lot of leads are leaving. And you know, when bosses leave, everybody's like, oh no, what's gonna happen to the divisions? What's gonna happen to that? In the article, it said that the leaders weren't leaders. They were employees there. And the two people at the head of the studio were taking all the shots. You said perfect. What, you don't care about Perfect Dark? I think they would be okay. Microsoft have 50 plus projects in the works. Yeah, but it's just the narrative that the fucking fanboy Warren put out there. Like, oh, look, Microsoft still can't manage their own studios. The one studio they built from the ground up for Series X and S is already failing. And it's not the case. Because when you read the article, it looks like, oh, Initiative is failing. But when they talked about the people they interviewed and why they left, they're like, yeah, our voices wasn't being heard. We wanted to make decisions on the project. And the boss said no. And I'm like, it sounds like the boss is being the boss. And that's why they fucking left. And it makes sense because since I'm in management and the hierarchy of management, like my boss has a boss, and then there's me, and then there's a couple lower managers, and then all the employees. If you walk into a place and they have a boss and you're their boss's boss, their boss don't mean shit to you. You don't make decisions. I'm here. I make all the decisions. That's how management works. So when you walk into a place, because I manage 4 places simultaneously every day. So when you walk into a place, their boss comes to you. You make the decisions for what they do that day. And if they boss don't like it, like there was a couple times, you know, you get some complaints. There's some boss like, oh, I feel powerless when you come to my place because nobody listens to me. They listen to you. Yes, I'm your fucking boss, bro. I'm their boss too. So they're going to listen to me before you. And that's why those leadership roles got abandoned. Because those leaders couldn't be leaders because their boss told their people what to do all the time. So the leader of the initiative don't need fucking more leaders. He needs people that's going to do a fucking job. That's why they brought in Crystal Dynamics, because he used to run that company and they know how to do their fucking job. Everybody can't be the boss of a project. And everybody that wanted to be another boss of the project that couldn't, they all fucking left. So they were getting crossed off the list like, oh, you want more say in this? You're not getting it? You're leaving. Go. We're going to have another person take your spot and do your fucking job. And it sounds like he just got all the people that wanted to step on his toes out of the fucking company. Yeah, it sounds bad, but you don't need leaders when you're a great leader. You need people that can follow orders properly and convey information to the rest of the employees. And that's what he probably has now. That's why when he responded in the article, he said, we're going to be fine. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm confident in our team right now because they probably listened to him. That's probably what it was. He said 30 people left. But the initiative only has 2 job openings. So they said 30 people left, but they only have 2 job openings. They said that in the article everybody read, but everybody skimmed over that part. That means everybody that left already got replaced before that article even came out. There's 2 job openings. in the initiative. That mean they don't need people. That mean the people that left have already been gone and already been replaced by the fucking leader. And then Crystal Dynamics came in. There's 300 more people that listens to him. The game's going to be fine. But nobody was saying it because most people don't think of it from the top because they say like, oh, he's taking the top-down approach. That's when you, as the leader, come into a place like I have to do every fucking day at work and tell people what to do. It gets kind of annoying. It gets kind of time-consuming because you have to go in there, correct people, show people new things. But that's what comes with being a leader. And if other leaders don't want you doing that to their division, you have to go because this is my fucking job. My job is to direct you. And if you don't want to be directed, go somewhere else. And they say like, oh, they probably got a lot of job offers from a lot of different companies because they're in California. They can go to Sony Santa Monica. They can go to, damn, what other companies are in fucking California? There's a lot of gaming companies in California. A lot of big gaming companies in California. They can go anywhere because they're a lead in some division. But if he doesn't need you there, get the fuck out. He could put a normal employee there who knows how to do your fucking job, and they would do your job, no questions asked. They're going to take their paycheck, go home. I did a great job. And they're going to get the division going. Yeah, you said Microsoft is an open book. And the gaming media take advantage of it. Yeah, because Microsoft not hiding that shit. Phil knows what he's doing. Why you think he's gotten so far? Phil came from like an intern to fucking CEO of Microsoft Gaming, bro. If he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, they would have got his ass out of there a long time ago. If he thinks the initiative is doing fine and they don't need to step in, what the fuck is a YouTube fanboy on YouTube saying? Oh, Phil, you need to go over there and fix that shit. No. Because the initiative just got created. They're a brand new studio. They have to figure out what they want to be before you can come in there and change them into something you want them to be. Let them find themselves. People talking like the initiative has been a studio for 30 years and they're fucking up. No. They've been a studio for like 6 years. 3 of those years is during fucking pandemic time. Let them figure out what they want to do. If those leaders don't want to be led, go somewhere else, bro. He can get some followers in there that's going to do a great job. And that sounds like what he's doing. From management perspective that I have, that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, that's what I brought up earlier. That 8 women is suing Sony for some workplace misconduct and some like sexism and shit like that. And nobody's covering that because Sony's settling that outside of court. So Sony's going to settle it outside of court so they don't have to deal with that shit. And the media is going to just let it go to the wayside. There's nothing we can do about it. We could try to cover it ourselves, but if we don't have a big enough platform, that's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. We're going to get it out to the small amount of people we can reach, and then that's it. But as long as multimedia, the big mass media companies not covering that shit, nobody's going to talk about it. I think like IGN wrote an article, and then that was it. They wrote a small article about what was happening, and then they just dropped it. They didn't talk about it no more. But yeah, that initiative situation, they're fine. They're definitely fine. Especially if he's the leader that I think he is. They're going to be fucking fine, bro. And they was like, oh, the direction of the game is going so slow. And it's like, because his direction is different from yours. You think like, oh, we could do this and speed it up. He's like, no, we're doing this first. And they fucking left. They're like, oh, he doesn't listen to me. I'm leaving. That's fine, bro. Somebody else could do your job. So yeah, Crystal Dynamics. And then like Jez Gordon go on like a podcast. I don't know why everybody listened to him. I know he's an insider or whatever, but like, how the fuck does when he says something, it goes all over media. People talk about it like mans know everything, bro. He's like the Woj from like NBA. If Woj say something, everybody's like, it's true. It has to be. Woj said it. He can't be wrong. But yeah, Jazz said something about the difference in opinions, and that's why people left, and half the people stayed. Because it's like, yeah, we like that route. And other people like, oh, we don't like it. We want to change it. And they left. They split. I mean, whatever happened, happened. They gonna make the game. Hopefully the game's good. That's all I really gotta say about it. But yeah, what's the next topic? Oh yeah, fucking Dying Light 2. I know y'all heard about that. I know y'all heard about Dying Light 2 on Xbox Series S. Remember, Sony fanboys when Dying Light 2 first came out, Sony fanboys was like, "Look, this dev said the Xbox Series S is holding back gaming. That's why I can't get 60 frames per second on Xbox Series S because the GPU was too weak. They couldn't do it. It held them back. It took too much time. But now they fixed it. The Xbox Series X version has a higher resolution and a higher frame rate. Yeah, and then that Series S version has 1080p 60 running the same shit as the PlayStation 5, and they was like, "Hold on, didn't that dev say the Series S was holding back gaming?" Now PlayStation fanboys sitting here with their ass in their hands like, "Wait, he said that. Here's a fucking screenshot." The devs were just fucking lacking because they didn't optimize their goddamn game. And they blamed it on the Series S. And now that they fixed it, they optimized the fucking game. The Series S is running that bitch at 60 frames, flawless. And the Sony fans are like, "Wait, but you said, Dev." No, the devs were just on that bullshit. And that's why everybody's sitting here like, there's better gaming studios that got more out of the Series S than y'all did. There's no fucking way you're telling the truth. And guess what? They weren't. Because they fixed it. The Series S is still a fucking monster of a console at like $250 now. That bitch is getting cheaper. And it has 60 frames per second at 1080p, exactly like PlayStation 5, which is crazy. With the PlayStation 5 has so much more GPU power. Why? Because the Series S was built for next gen gaming, bro. And people don't understand that Microsoft route. That's why the Series S is selling so hard. It's outselling the PlayStation 5. The Series S is. Yeah, the Series S has a better CPU and GPU than the PlayStation 5. But PlayStation 5 has Smart Shift. So, it can make their CPU better, the clock speeds anyway, and it can make their GPU better, depending on what game it needs. So, as of now, like when games drop and they optimize games, when they could just change the clock speed of the PlayStation 5 to fit their game always run better. That's why when we could get on this, Grand Theft Auto 5 just released their next gen update and it ran like shit on the Xbox. But it ran flawless on the PlayStation. And everybody's like, "Oh look, this 12 teraflop giant can't run fucking a 10-year-old game." And it's like, because the game's not fucking optimized. They released the game again and they didn't optimize the fucking game. Because if you did optimize it, why didn't you use smart delivery? Oh, you want to charge people $20 for an upgrade fee for a 10-year-old game with no changes. I don't know what the fuck Rockstar are doing over there. But yeah, like, they released Grand Theft Auto 5 again, and they charged people for it, and it ran like shit on Xbox, but it ran great on PlayStation. And it's like, yeah, the same thing happened with Remedy and Control. The same thing happened with Remedy and Control. And then you know what Remedy came back and said in the article? We should have used fucking smart delivery. Yeah, because the Xbox Series S was running it better too. It's just the X of the PlayStation 5. But legit, Remedy came back after they dropped Control and they made people pay for the upgrade. They were like, we should have used smart delivery because it would have made the game so much easier to fucking port and get people going, but they wanted to charge people. And that's why the game was broken on the Xbox, but not on the PlayStation. Because they couldn't optimize that bitch properly in time to get it to fucking release. Because the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X are built completely different. When the PlayStation 5, their whole architecture is exactly the same, just with Smart Shift technology and an SSD. So they don't have to work hard to make a PlayStation 5 version of a game like they do an Xbox version. But they don't put in that work on the Xbox version. They don't want to use all those fucking cores. They don't want to use all that fucking clock speed. So they just drop the game and they be like, why is the game underperforming? Developers don't want to put in that fucking work. And the ones that do put in the work, they show. The Xbox is running games better. And then after one or two patches, when nobody's covering the fucking game, the Xbox version finally get optimized. And then it's the better version of the game. Same thing with fucking Cyberpunk. Well, yeah, they optimize. They because they don't have to work as hard. Because like they said when the gaming consoles first launched, all the devs were saying the PlayStation is easier to develop for because they didn't change anything. They built the PlayStation 5 with the same fucking backdoor as the PlayStation 4. It's all the same. All they did was change a couple architectural things, add a few new features, and throw the fucking console out there for $500. Microsoft changed the whole fucking console network. The whole fucking landscape of the hardware is completely changed for the Series X and Series S. And developers like we have to relearn shit. They have to relearn all this other shit. That's why Xbox first party games are not coming out that fast. Because if they're making Series X and S games, they have to learn the console again. They have to learn the whole architecture again, the whole DirectX 12, all of that. They have to relearn. They have to learn how to implement velocity architecture to get the I/O throughput put higher than the PlayStation 5 because that's what that is built for, not raw SSD power like the PlayStation 5. They have to learn all of this shit. They have to learn how to use the ray tracing cores. They have to learn all of that. When Sony don't have them learning shit. Like, oh, you know how to make PlayStation 4 games? It's the same way. Just with the PlayStation 5 logo slapped on it. That's exactly what it is. And an SSD. Developers are having a hard time learning how to make an Xbox game right now. So, when the Xbox first launched, they said the first couple years, Xbox games are going to be rough because they have to learn all this shit. But after that, once they learn the console, they're going to be doing fine. And the Xbox is going to be using 12 teraflops of crazy power in games. And it's going to fucking work. But right now, they're not using it. They're not using all of RDNA 2 because Sony doesn't even have all of RDNA 2. So how the fuck is Sony beating Xbox if they don't even have all the RDNA 2 features? Because devs aren't using them. Devs don't want to use them. They don't want to learn to use them unless they have to. And since Sony is the market leader, and Sony doesn't have mesh shaders, Sony doesn't have this, Sony doesn't have that, they not gonna fucking put it in the game. If they make it a third party game, they're like, oh, we don't need that shit. Just build it base level, which is PC and Sony. They all don't have these features. And then the Xbox, y'all can get those features later. We'll just patch them in. But yeah, Xbox was built next gen, bro. Like the PlayStation 5 was legit the PlayStation 4 Pro Plus. That's exactly what it was. That's why everybody waiting for a PlayStation 5 Pro. Like, why the fuck would PlayStation need a PlayStation 5 Pro? Yeah, no, I think Sony just got VRR. I think they just added it in like an update. I think they just added it, or they gonna add it because I heard there's an update coming out. Like the preview update that Sony is going on right now has VRR and 1440p. Which why the fuck didn't y'all have VRR and 1440p to start? It doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of the fucking next gen consoles because that should have been a standard. But it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't have it, and now they're trying to put it in for the fans that want it now. And it's like, what's taking y'all so long? Just like the SSD thing. Why the fuck couldn't y'all get an SSD to put in y'all console when the game first launched? When the console first launched, at least. Yeah, good on them 2 years later. I mean, they fans not complaining. And that's why Sony do the shit that they do. Because their fans are not going to complain. They going to complain about why Xbox ain't dropped no game this quarter. Instead of why the fuck Sony ain't give a VRR. Why Sony ain't got Dolby Vision. Why Sony ain't got better HDR support. They not complaining about shit on Sony's platform. Why Sony removed dynamic backgrounds. Why the fuck did Sony remove dynamic backgrounds? That was like one things on PlayStation 4 that I liked. I hated the whole dashboard system. That big ass square thing going across that fucking line. I hated that. The Xbox, I love the UI so much better. But the dynamic backgrounds that Sony had on PlayStation 4 were amazing. And they were selling them for like $2. That was a great ass market and Sony threw that shit away. For what? The UX? Where's factions? Yeah, they forgot. Hey, Sony fans completely forgot about factions, bro. They paid $60 for half a game. Yo, too much fruit. Hey, thank you, Doc. Thanks, Doc. I just gotta speak my mind on it. That's why I make Gaming News Weekly live, bro. Because it's things that you can see that come on now. They're not They're not even trying. They're gonna cancel you for all this truth. They can try. I mean, I just got 600 subscribers, so they can try to take it. I'm gonna just have to try to build it back up from the ground up. It's fine. It's fine. I ain't gonna silence myself. I just have to say what I have to. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. Sony fans let Sony do whatever the fuck they want. And that's what annoys me about looking at fanboys. That's why I don't like to make fanboy content. Cause I see there's people make fanboy content every day. They see fanboy shit going on. They talk about it every day, and I can't do that shit. Why? Because they're gonna get dumber. They get dumber every time they get on the internet. They get dumber, bro. My question: how do we get the devs to use the Xbox? Uh, the only way to get devs to use the Xbox is for Xbox to become the market leader. That's the only way. And Sony's still winning. So like, even though Sony's doing all the fuck shit, we can see all the fuck shit Sony's doing in the gaming industry. $70 games, even though it's not their complete fault, but they pushed it. They pushed it hard. We all seen that Take Two was doing that shit first. We all saw it, but nobody was fucking with it. Why? Because it was NBA 2K, and that shit was dying out. That game's fucking dead now. But Sony pushed that shit hard. And $70 games is a norm now, which is crazy. And other devs took look at that like, oh, Sony's doing that. They're in charge. Let's copy them. Xbox went the Game Pass route. It's cheap. We don't need to sell games. They could just buy Game Pass and enjoy games when they want to. It was smart. It's a technique that could be undermining if you look at it like that. People are like, oh yeah, renting games. That's fine, bro. Because if I can buy Game Pass for $10, beat a game in 3 days, and then cancel my subscription, I just paid the game that you bought for 70 for fucking $10, bro. And we still beat the game. I still got my enjoyment, and I moved on to the next thing. Game Pass is built like that. But for some reason, they don't. Sony fans don't care. They rather pay $70 for a PlayStation 4 game than get that shit for $10 in the subscription service. Don't talk bad about Take Two. No, it's not the whole Take Two. It's just the NBA part of it. The NBA part of Take Two, which makes so much money because they have the only NBA game now because EA just fucking dropped NBA Live. Which I was an NBA Live fan, bro. I didn't play 2K since like 2K13. 2K was trash since 2K13, bro. I stopped playing this shit. I was playing NBA Live, even though NBA Live was a badass game. When it started again in like 2016, it was bad. It was bad, but it got better. Every year it progressively got better, and then EA cut it. They dropped the whole fucking thing, which hurt me because I'm like NBA Live was finally good, bro. We were finally getting fan bases out. I was making NBA Live content back then. The games were good. They were fun, but no, they Take Two can't even get the FIFA IP. As long as EA has the FIFA IP, EA is not going nowhere. EA Sports is going to dominate with FIFA alone. They can lose the NFL IP and still be fine with just the FIFA one. But yeah, Game Pass is just the just the key to all of gaming's woes. Because if you don't have even if you have the income, I'm not even going to say if you don't have it, even if you have the income to just buy every fucking AAA game you want for $70, why the fuck do you want to? That's what I don't get about PlayStation fans that talk about that shit. Like, why would you want to spend $70 every 2 months for another banger when you could just get them bitches for $10 a month? I don't understand it, bro. People love to throw their money at shit, and like, I have plenty of money. I go to work every day, bro. I enjoy my job. I get paid very well. And then I come and do YouTube and have some fun. Play some games, talk to y'all. But I'm not spending all my money on fucking gaming because I can, bro. No, I have a future to think about. Gaming is right now, bro. It's a hobby. Game Pass has been amazing for that because I could jump in. I just played Tunic. I just played what is it called? Fucking Paradise Killer, which is a crazy little fucking indie game where you're a cop. It doesn't make sense. Starfield's coming to Game Pass. Freaking Deathloop's coming to Game Pass in a couple months. People keep forgetting about that. And all those games are going to be on my subscription, which I bought like a year of it at fucking Black Friday for $70. I bought a whole year of Game Pass for $70 at Black Friday time. That's one PlayStation game. I just bought a whole year of Game Pass. Everything Xbox is dropping in a year, I just got for $70. Sony fans is paying that for one fucking game, bro. Look what happened to GT. Yeah, we talked about GT7 earlier. It's a tragedy out here. Yeah, I bought Guardians of the Galaxy full price. I enjoyed that game. People talk shit about it because it was 1080p 60. The detail in that fucking game was amazing for it to be 1080p. Chat, hit that like. Exactly. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe. But yeah, like, when Xbox get they shit rolling, which is, it should be next year. Next year, it should be fine. Microsoft should have their shit together. Even by the end of this year, Microsoft should have their shit together. Because once Starfield comes out and it hits Game Pass is going to boost again. It's going to boost again. Everybody's going to be on there. Everybody's going to go play Starfield. And then people might buy Starfield. But speaking of Starfield, y'all see, I know y'all probably watched my video where like the fanboys was like, fucking Hogwarts Legacy is going to kill Starfield because it's coming out in holiday. Why did they find a listing for Hogwarts Legacy? And Hogwarts Legacy is $70. And I'm like, that can't be real because they don't even have a fucking release date. How do they have a price? Like, why the fuck would WB even do that to a new studio and a new game? Why would you come out, the first thing you do is charge $70 for it? And I'm not going to say, like, I didn't look at the game and look like, damn, that game looked fucking good. Because y'all seen my live reaction to the fucking game. The game looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be fucking phenomenal. It's going to be great. Hopefully it's as good as I think it is because it looks good. It looks like it's going to play good. Y'all can see my reaction video to see, like, everything I said about it. But I think I'm going to like the fucking game, so I'm going to get it. Starfield is gonna be a big ass deal, and it has Game Pass to back it. So 20 million people off the rip can play Starfield easily. That's not gonna matter. WB in his new Hogwarts Legacy game, $70 though. I think they shot themselves in the foot with that, because every game that came out this year that was $70 has been shit on by a $60 game, and that $60 game is fucking Elden Ring. See, if Elden Ring was $70, it would make sense. But Elden Ring came out at $60, bro. So if Elden Ring, biggest game of the year until Starfield comes out, is $60, and Starfield is probably going to be $60 as well, a next-gen game in PC, all these $70 price tag games are getting pissed on. We all seen what Square Enix is doing with fucking Forspoken, which looked like fucking garbage. Hopefully the time that they gave themselves can fix the visuals of the game, but the combat's still gonna be trash. It looked boring. So legit $70 game is gonna be mid. Fucking Final Fantasy VII on PC was $70. That shit was mid. Not Forza. Fucking Gran Turismo 7, $70, and that shit is a dumpster fire right now. Horizon Forbidden West was like 20 hours long. I think one of their fans said like that game was legit shorter than the original game. And they didn't even play it that long. Like, they legit beat the game and was done with it. They didn't even want to go back. And that was from a fan that played the fucking game and played the first game like the first game was better. $70 game. And all of them got shit on by what? One $60 game named fucking Elden Ring. Made by Miyazaki and the FromSoft team. It was $60, bro. No microtransactions. No bullshit. No packs. No skins, no fucking DLC weapons, none of that. Just a basic ass $60 game, like it always has been, like it always should be. Yeah, but Ratchet and Clank was last year. But I'm saying, like, this year they all got shit on by a $60 game, and they're still like, oh, our game's worth $70. It's not better than Elden Ring. Now every time a $70 game comes out, You look at Elden Ring, you look at this game, is it better? It's not fucking worth it. That's exactly what's going to happen with every $70 game. Because if Elden Ring is $60, bro, 95 on Xbox on Metacritic, 97 on PlayStation on Metacritic, one of the best games to drop of all time. There's Souls fans right now that are loving the game. There's people that hated Souls games. My friends hated Dark Souls. Hated Dark Souls. Played Dark Souls 3 for 10 minutes. Took that shit back to the store. Hated the fucking game. Is loving Elden Ring right now. Man's hated Souls games, bro. He didn't want to play. He didn't play Bloodborne when he had the PlayStation 4. He didn't play none of the Souls. He didn't play Demon Souls Remake. None of that. But Elden Ring is hitting for him. Elden Ring is hitting. Everybody's loving it. There's no fucking way. Yeah, Battlefield. Every time you look at a $70 game now, you look at Elden Ring, look back at it, you're not fucking worth the money. Because if I can get Elden Ring for $60 cheaper, there's no fucking way I'm paying you $70. And Sony has got hit with that blow twice in one fucking month. 2 times, bro. 2 of their games, 2 $70 games, got shit on by a $60 one. And it's going to keep happening as the year progresses. Because when Forspoken comes out, $70, everybody's going to look at it, look back at fucking Elden Ring. You're not worth $70. Who the fuck told you that, Square? That shit is not worth $70. It's nowhere near the caliber of Elden Ring. That's why when I made my Elden Ring video when it dropped, I'm like, the new standard. This is the new standard of gaming. And then it blew the fuck up. It sold 12 million in 3 weeks. It blew the fuck up. See, I didn't pre-order Elden Ring because I didn't know if I was going to have the time to play it. But then I got injured. I was injured, so I was home for like a month with an injury. I couldn't go to work, so I had to do some shit. I played Dark Souls 3 because I'm still playing that, still enjoying it. But then all my friends was like, bro, just go ahead and get Elden Ring, bro. Why even wait? Just go get it. And I got it, and I played that shit every day since. Played it every day since, having a good old time. I'm walking around with a big-ass hammer, no clothes on, just fucking shit up. Having a good time. You don't even got to be good at the game to enjoy the game. And that's what the beauty of it. Everybody can talk like, oh, it doesn't have a quest line that you could follow properly. Like, no Souls game had. So when you come in thinking this is like a basic RPG, like fucking The Witcher, where it just tells you where to go and go do a thing, no. You're going to hate it. But people that want to just have a fun game to jump into, and it's an open fucking world. You playing on PC? See, I was going to get it on PC, but when all the PC shit was happening with Dark Souls 3, where hackers were coming into people's games and like breaking their game files and shit, I was like, I'm gonna just cool it on PC, bro. I just got it on Xbox. All my boys are on there. So if we ever want to link up, we could just go on Xbox and do it. But yeah, PC had a hacker problem for like 3 months before Elden Ring came out. And they had to shut down the servers. Yeah, Ubisoft. Bro, it was some Ubisoft and Sony developers that was talking down on Elden Ring. And it's like, y'all don't understand, bro. Elden Ring is about to light the world on fire. And it did. Everything people wanted from Miyazaki and fucking R.R. Martin and fucking Bandai Namco, they got it. Elden Ring lived up to all the hype that their fans gave it. What everybody wanted CD Projekt and fucking Cyberpunk 2077 to do. Cyberpunk got hyped up for years, bro. For so long, and it dropped and was a big-ass flop. Even though the game was still pretty good, it was busted on so many platforms that you can't really, like, gatekeep that. You can't even, like, hold people back. Like, no, the game is still good, because I enjoyed it at launch, even though a lot of people couldn't. But Elden Ring, with all the hype that it had, it fucking delivered. It delivered all that fucking hype, and nobody was disappointed. Like, even casual fans came over because all their fans were hyped. Casual people came over, and then Ubisoft and them like, oh, this game has a trash UI. This game doesn't have this. It doesn't need it. It got fans. It got millions of fans, 12 million fans in 3 weeks. Some of the greatest sales. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, everybody forgot about Horizon, bro. Oh, my goodness. And that's why Sony fans, legit, when Elden Ring came out, MBG, he was live. He's probably live right now, but he was live. And legit, his live stream name was Horizon Forbidden West versus Elden Ring. Why the fuck would a PlayStation fan do that? MBG is one of the biggest PlayStation fanboys out there. Got one of the biggest platforms for PlayStation fans to go congregate. and you put that on your live stream, Horizon Forbidden West versus Elden Ring. And now everybody that was on that live stream like, Horizon is better, Horizon is better. Guess what? They're all holding Horizon Forbidden West in their hand right now. It's like, why can't you be Elden Ring? Why can't you be Elden Ring? That's exactly what the fuck he did to his whole fan base. Yeah, and look, like Todd said, a lot of people first Souls game is Elden Ring, and that's what's so crazy. Elden Ring is so big and just winning on all fronts that even non-Souls like players are coming to Elden Ring and having a good time. MBG was an Xbox guy. He was. That nigga was an Xbox nigga. I would have never knew. Not with all that shit on his wall. His whole setup. He was an Xbox guy before. Damn, he sound like Crap Gamer. Crap Gamer was an Xbox nigga too. Best racing casino game? MBG flipped in 2018? Damn. That's crazy. I mean, he's a big ass star over there on the Sony side, so it probably was better for him. It was a better career decision for him then. He's like, hey, Sony's market leader, I'm going to the Sony side. I'm about to make a lot of money off they fanboys. You know they flip for the likes. I mean, there's no dislike button no more, so he ain't got to worry about that. But I mean, that's a now change. But yeah, like talking good about Sony is going to get you a lot more likes, a lot more comments, a lot more views because Sony is the bigger name. You talk good about Xbox, you're going to get a lot of hate because a whole lot of people going to come to your shit and talk down on you because you're like, what? You're talking good about Xbox? Like the one live stream we had where fucking King Thrash came in here. Hey, what the fuck is King Thrash ass doing in my chat? But he came in here and we had the shit on him live. He ain't been back since. Which I'm like, come on now, bro. You gotta be dumb. Especially to pull up to my live stream and try to talk that shit. You can do it in the comment section all day. They can't stand me. I mean, if you talk any good about Xbox, they're gonna hate you. Xbox will be king this generation. I think they're gonna be good. I don't know if Sony's gonna lose market share. It's gonna be kind of hard for Xbox to take that from them. But Xbox is definitely gonna be at the top, closer to the top than PlayStation fans will give them credit for. Haters engaging in your content is just as good. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's cool having your numbers go up. Look, I be reading comments when YouTube even gives them to me because there's a whole lot of comments I get of y'all that I never see. And people probably think I just be ignoring them when they be talking to me and stuff. But YouTube don't give them to me. Like the YouTube app that like lets you monitor your channel, they update that bitch like once a week, I think. It's so bad. That's why I didn't even know I had 600 subscribers yet. Last time I seen it, I was at like 598 or 596 or something like that. And my subscriber count was probably fluctuating because they never updated it. I never saw it. So I don't know how many subscribers I got right now. Yeah, I got one Tunic video right now. I played it, I think, the day after they like stealth dropped it into Game Pass. And I've been playing. I got my ass whooped in that video. I need to play it some more. I've been playing a whole lot of other games. I got back in Elden Ring yesterday. Tunic is a good little game, and it got an 85, and Sony fans were so mad. Like, Tunic is y'all savior, but I mean, Tunic got an 85 on Metacritic, bro. Didn't Horizon only get like an 86? Like, Horizon is barely better than Tunic, and they want to talk shit. But Tunic is a great little game. I don't like how the language, like the weird language that Tunic has, I can't read shit because the language is different. Oh, it got an 87, so it got 2 points higher than Tunic. And they talking shit. Come on now, folks. PlayStation fans, y'all gotta get y'all shit together. I'm turning God mode for Tunic. Tunic is good though. I played the demo back in the day, so I was really waiting for the game to come out, and I'm glad that it did. It's still an enjoyable experience. I was getting my ass beat though. You don't like the two mixed together? I mean, that's all right. Cause it's a small little indie game. It's definitely different, and it is like Zelda and them mixed together, especially like the camera angles and shit like that. Combat could have been better, I could say, but I don't know how I could have made it better. But like, I feel like the dodging is not as responsive as I want it to be. Maybe because I played Death's Door, and like Tunic and Death's Door are almost the same type of game, and I think that's why I think like Tunic could have been like the combat in Tunic could have been better. Because Death's Door combat is exactly what I want Tunics to feel like. Just because dodging, I think, should be more responsive. But Tunic has blocking. I just never block because I'm stupid. Think you see because yeah, because Tunic is a cute little game until you get your ass stepped on, bro, and you like, what the fuck? Them blobs kind of vicious, especially in the beginning. You fight those big dudes with the sword. Tunic was actually made by one person. See, like when I hear shit like that, because like the one game I was playing on PC, I don't know when the Xbox release is coming out. It's made by like 5 people. Um, Bright Memory. You know, Bright Memory is supposed to be coming to Xbox. The game already released on PC. I already got my copy. I've been playing it. It's good. I'm waiting for the Xbox version to come out. But yeah, Bright Memory is made by like, I think it's made by one person actually. And it's a fucking AAA looking game. It has ray tracing in it. It looks fucking good. Character models look good. Gunplay's good. It's a crazy ass game. Made by one person. Another perfect example is Cuphead. Yeah, like Death's Door, Cuphead, all those like indie games Microsoft be putting on the fucking map. Ascendant was made by 12 people. Yeah, and look, Ascendant was hella good. The Ascent was so good. It was so weird too, because I never played a game like that until I played the Ascent. You tell me why I actually like Crossfire X. See, when the Crossfire X situation came, I was oblivious. Because I was playing Crossfire X when I was injured. I was offline playing the game. I made videos of it. And I played the campaign of it, having a good old time. But then I heard about Crossfire X. I've seen like the memes. Like Crossfire X got like a 5 on Metacritic. I'm like, what? It got a what? So I went to go look at it. It has like a 40. Like Crossfire X got shit on by the gaming media. And I'm like, what happened? Because the game's good. And everybody's saying like, oh, it's so outdated, it's so this, it's so that. It was made, it's a Counter-Strike fucking competitor game. Made in like 2008. It just came to fucking console and Xbox. That's why it's outdated, bro. It's a game made for a completely different wave of people in a completely different country. And the American people just shit on it because it wasn't Call of Duty. They thought it was gonna be like this Rainbow Six Siege ass game. Like no, it's a Counter Strike type game. It's a tactical game, and the campaign is actually fucking good, both of them. But for some reason, they just got in there to play one game of multiplayer. They're like, oh, this game is bare bones. This game is outdated. It feels old. 40, 40 on Metacritic. Shit on Crossfire, and it's a good game. If you go in Crossfire and you play Crossfire, it's a good fucking game. It's a good looking game. It's a good feeling game. It's a good playing game. And Remedy did a great job with the fucking campaign of it, but none of the people covered the campaign when they made the fucking what you call it? When they made the reviews for it. Yeah, see, Crossfire X is the console version. So Crossfire, the name, is a PC game in Korea. It's a Korean PC game, and it blew up in Korea fucking 10 years ago. Crossfire is an old game. People didn't know that because people didn't look into it. Crossfire is an old game. We tested this game on Xbox One. On Xbox One. I forget what year. I think like 2018, 2019 when we first played Crossfire on console to get the controls and shit down so it feels good on the controller. And we tested that shit. I was one of the testers for it. I played Crossfire X years ago, bro. Before anybody even heard about it. Before Remedy even was announced to make a fucking campaign for it. And then it finally came out. I was enjoying it. I played the campaign. And then it got shit on by the gaming media. And then while all the Sony fans was laughing at, look at Crossfire X, it's so shitty. Babylon Fall drops and gets the same exact fucking treatment. Which is crazy because Babylon's Fall was made by Platinum and Square Enix. Two fucking hit studios. Square has been... See, I said this in my other video. Square has been going downhill for a while. Especially the gaming content side. They only try hard when it's Final Fantasy. When it has Final Fantasy in the name, they're going to put their heart into it. If it's not Final Fantasy, they don't give a fuck what it looks like, bro. Or what it plays like. They don't care. Because it's not Final Fantasy. Their reputation is not on the line. But legit, Babylon Falls... Platinum, when you were just asking Xbox to bring you back in to make Scalebound, this is the game you drop? Fucking Babylon's Fall with Square Enix, and you think they're going to give you the money to make Scalebound again? When the next game you dropped was Babylon. And Babylon is trash. It looks like a PlayStation 3 game. It's so crazy. And it's so crazy that it was them two. It's crazy that it's them too, bro. It was Platinum and Square Enix. Two great Japanese studios. Two high caliber Japanese studios. By name. Like when you hear Platinum, you think Nier. Because Nier has been phenomenal. When you think Square, you think Final Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy's been phenomenal. They get together, you like, damn, this game about to be fucking heat. They drop Babylon's Fall, 40 on Metacritic, shit game. And you like, how did that even happen, bro? How did Sony let that lead the door? Somebody explain it to me. How did Sony let that leave the door, bro? How much did it cost? Don't tell me it was $70. If Babylon Falls was $70, I'ma run. I'ma just leave the stream right now. I'm gonna have to end it. There's no fucking way that game was $70. But yeah, that shit wild. Yeah, Sony dominates third-person action games with stealth mechanics. Fucking dead. And legit, I don't shit on Sony games because I know a lot of people that love them. But for me, it's not for me, bro. When I like third-person action games, that's Mass Effect. That's Dragon Age. Like those are third-person action games I like. Third-person RPGs for the most part. Cause I was playing God of War on PC when it came out. The game's fucking boring. See me looking at God of War when my friends were playing it on PlayStation 4 and I had an Xbox One. I was playing Gears 4 and shit. They playing God of War over there. Everything was fine. But once I got to play God of War for myself on PC, the game's boring, bro. I was playing God of War, not enjoying it at all. Like, combat is boring as hell. The narrative is boring as hell. I don't care about Atreus, bro. I played Kratos when Kratos was bashing Zeus's face in for as long as you wanted to. Distraction All-Stars. Oh my god. They made that game free once they sold it. They sold it to some people. They knew it flopped. They put that shit on PlayStation Plus. Destruction All-Stars deserved better. But I mean, Xbox had their own version of that too. Which was Bleeding Edge. Which I enjoyed Bleeding Edge, but a lot of people didn't. So, I mean, you take what you can get from there. And it's kind of wild. But yeah, legit, I like Kratos when he was beating the shit out of gods. Mercilessly. Legit, I played God of War 3, and we legit tapped the fucking button to beat Zeus's face in for like 2 hours. Because it let you. It's like, alright, when you're done, we can end this fucking game. And I beat Zeus's face in for 2 hours. Me and my cousin them just took turns mashing the fucking buttons on that console until the whole screen was bloody. until we felt like Zeus deserved it. We're done with him. We can end this fucking game. And then they dropped this God of War, the reboot, and Kratos hit like a bitch, bro. This man hits soft as hell. I mean, his fists do more damage than the axe does. That shit fucking annoys me in the game. That's why when y'all see my gameplays with God of War, I throw the axe and just go punch niggas. Because it's way more fun that way. The game is boring as hell when you do axe combat. And I can't make it more fun for myself. That's why I haven't uploaded a God of War video in a long time. I mean, a mellow Kratos could be good. He's a dad now and all that. But, like, the combat is boring, bro. You said God of War 2018 is great, though. Not for me. Like, I've understood. A lot of people love the game. It sold pretty well. But I bought it. And I played it. And I'm like, this shit boring, bro. That shit's boring. It's not fun. And if somebody tell me again that, oh, you just have to get further into the game. No, nigga. Because if I start a fucking game and the first 20 minutes not fun, I'm throwing that shit away. You see, I knew that was fucking coming. Combat gets more fun when you get the Chaos Blaze. I don't want to wait for the Chaos Blaze, bro. I'm not about to suffer through a game because I paid for it. I don't fucking care, bro. I wasted money on God of War. I can say that. I played how many episodes did I put up? 3 or 4 or 5? I didn't like it. Like, I tried. I thought I was going to love it, though, because I seen it from afar. I'm like, damn, that's a PlayStation game I would play. God of War looks pretty cool. Me walking around in that game. First off, you walk around slow as fuck, bro. There's some scenes where you can't run. There's some scenes where you can't fucking run. The camera angle is trash. It forces you to look ways. You can't just, like, look around. There's a lot of things in the game that I'm like, yeah, bro, this is not for me. The platforming is boring as hell. The problem solving is cool sometimes. But, like, I couldn't get into it, bro. I'd rather go play Tunic. I'd rather go play Tunic, bro. I'm not gonna play fucking God of War. I'll give it a try. Like, if I feel like playing it again, I'm gonna jump back in and make an episode. But, like, throwing an axe and doing stun damage feels so much better. Because that axe is a piece of shit. And I know you probably have to level up the axe to make it good. I don't want to do that. You don't have to level up shit in God of War. You was running around killing niggas the whole game. But yeah, what's the next topic? I got completely off track with that God of War shit. We're talking about fucking GoldenEye. Oh yeah, so Elden Ring ruined every game for me. Elden Ring really produced, bro. It really provided exactly what gamers needed. And that's why Elden Ring is going to be the template for every other fucking game now. Like, this is the standard. If you can't meet Elden Ring, you're not good. No, that's kind of harsh, though, because everything can't be Elden Ring. But if you're going to price your game above Elden Ring, it better be better. And if it's not, you're not worth it, bro. We were talking about this. If your game is not better than Elden Ring at $70, it's not worth $70, bro. It's worth $50. Because Elden Ring is worth $60. I paid $60 for that bitch. It was worth every fucking dollar, too. There's not a $70 game out worth it. So until a game can match Elden Ring, nothing is going to be worth $70. Not a damn game. Like, I don't even know if Mass Effect, like, if the next Mass Effect game came out right now, I would buy it. I would buy it for 70 because I'm a fanboy for it like that. But if it's going to be worth 70, probably is. My mind is kind of skewed when it comes to Mass Effect content. That's why you see all my Mass Effect shit around. Like, yeah, but GoldenEye. Yeah, so I got off track again. GoldenEye is back in the news. We first heard of GoldenEye. They were talking about there was a remaster for the 360 that never came out. All right, Doc, bro. I'll catch you later. But yeah, GoldenEye came out on the N64. They were supposed to get a remaster version on the fucking Xbox 360, the game never came. So it was a dark game. Like nobody even heard about GoldenEye coming to the 360. That's how crazy in the dark it was. And then it got shelved. Yes, I actually did like Andromeda. You see my collector's edition right over there. My collector's edition sitting right there. Is it like I enjoyed Andromeda. A lot of people didn't. But I went into Andromeda with a different mindset for a game because they went away from the Shepard thing because they didn't know what the fuck to do. Because they ended the series and all the fans wanted the series to continue. And they're like, fuck, what do we do now? Because for me, Mass Effect 3 had a great ending. And you just butchered me, bro. I'm trying to talk about GoldenEye. We're going to talk about Mass Effect later, bro. Because I talk about that shit all day. But it was in the dark. It got shelved. And then somebody leaked the achievement list for GoldenEye. I still say Perfect Dark slaps 007. But oh no, no, do not do that because I played Perfect Dark as a kid. Campaign was amazing. I played 007 GoldenEye as a kid. I'm not putting those two games in. Like, no, not in cahoots, not in combat, bro. I'm not putting those games against each other because I have fond memories of the M64, bro. Playing both of those fucking games, playing the shit out of them. It was those two games in Mortal Kombat 4 that dominated my childhood. It dominated my fucking childhood. But yeah, 007 GoldenEye has an achievement list on Xbox. People found it. They leaked it on Twitter. Everybody's seen it. They're like, damn, GoldenEye's coming. And then it went dark again. Nobody talked about GoldenEye until like last week. God damn it, Doc. You came back for that? He came back for that. Yes, Mortal Kombat 4 was amazing, bro. Oh my goodness. The N64 days, those games were just top tier. That was just top tier. 007 multiplayer was hella fun. But see, I remember Perfect Dark's multiplayer was outrageously fun too. Because legit, the fucking briefcase gun from Perfect Dark was amazing. You run around with a fucking briefcase, you smack somebody with it, you can throw it up on the roof, and it becomes a fucking turret, and it kills people. Oh my gosh, bro. Perfect Dark was an amazing ass game. That remake better fucking be good. But yeah, like GoldenEye got a new trademark last week to extend the trademark of the game. So people's like, is it coming to Xbox? Oh, it was a laptop, wasn't it? Why the fuck I think it was a briefcase? Maybe because it was on the N64, bro. Everything look, it was just a gray box that you hold. You carry it around. It might have been a laptop. Damn, my young brain, I couldn't differentiate what the fuck it was, bro. I just know you throw that bitch on the roof, it turns into a turret, and it smacks shit up. Guns that shoot through the walls, that shit was OP because you could legit like heat beam through a wall, bro. You see people running across, you charge that bitch, sniping their ass, bro. That shit was, bro. Perfect Dark Zero don't get enough love. I enjoy Perfect Dark Zero. Hopefully they revamp the controls. It was supposed to be a remaster for 360, so they had to revamp the controls. But it just never came out. And everybody's thinking like this 007 game is coming now. And it's kind of our like dark game. Kind of like how Sony fans keep talking about Kojima and fucking Silent Hill. That's what it's becoming for like the Xbox community. Like this 007 game that's mysteriously around. We don't know. It might be coming. It might not. But 007 would be a fucking hit if it dropped. It's probably just going to be the 360 version of the game too. I don't think they're going to make like an Xbox Series X and S version. I think the 360 version that was created, that got shelved, might be the one they drop. Which would still be cool. I'll still play it. They probably drop it in Game Pass day one. They have like this big ass thing for it. Well, I mean, I'll take what I can get, especially with GoldenEye. Just listen to the fucking music again. For the fucking pause menu is gonna be good. Perfect is the reason I got dark in my name. Really? Damn. That's an impactful franchise, bro. I mean, I fuck with it. He said, "All right, now I'm out for real." He had to revive himself for one quick talk about Perfect Dark. I mean, I fucks with it, bro. I fucks with it. That's exactly how I am with Mass Effect. Like when he asked me, did I like Andromeda? Yes, I have the collector's edition right there. My remote control car is still inside the box, still wrapped in plastic, still inside the styrofoam holder. It's die cast, is massive, it's heavy, and it drives. It fucking drives. I drove it one time, and then I put it back in the box. Like that's lovely. I'm keeping it forever, and that's why I don't buy the collector's editions. Because when I look at a collector's edition for a game, if it doesn't match Andromeda, I'm not fucking buying it. They gave me a whole remote control car, and it was $100, bro. And it came with a steelbook and a game disc. See, I got disappointed by says it maybe will have crossplay with the Switch. Oh, that's probably what the trademark was saying. Because the trademark wasn't for Xbox, but it was for like the 007 like IP as a whole. Because Nintendo still owns it. But Rare created it. And Rare's the one that made the Xbox version of it. Yeah. So that's probably what the trademark was saying. Like they extended the trademark. So if Nintendo does give Xbox the right to put the game out, the 360 version, Rare makes a Switch version, that would be heat. That would be heat. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy the hell out of that. I mean, Switch players would really get their ass clapped on though, because who's the fuck playing a first person shooter on the Switch? But it'll probably run well. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. It just has to be real. It's just like the news has got to be real. Like I mean, there's rumors right now. But yeah, I would play the fuck out of it. I would buy it even. It's probably gonna drop in Game Pass, but I would buy the fuck out of Perfect Dark. Not Perfect Dark. For fucking 007. Oh, go nah. I would buy that shit. I bought Time Splitters when they made that shit backwards compatible. I bought that shit. I was gonna make some videos on it. I probably should. I could probably still do that. Cause it plays hella well for it being so old. Time Splitters was another hit game, but I played that on PlayStation 2. But yeah, that collector's edition right there is everything, bro. I saw the Horizon Forbidden West collector's edition. My friend bought it because he has a PlayStation 5, and I was let down by it. He was like, "Oh, it's fine," but I mean, the thing was made of plastic. The whole set, the whole collector's edition thing was made of fucking plastic and like Lego pieces. And I'm like, you really paid $300 for this fucking collector's edition, bro? And he's like, yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? No, it looks like plastic. It looks flimsy. No, it didn't look good at all, bro. That collector's edition let me the fuck down, even though he still enjoyed it and he the one bought it. So that's fine. He didn't even get a disc. He got a steel book in a collector's edition with no disc in it. And I'm like, they hold you. They gave this man fucking game codes. Download the game. I was disappointed. I was disappointed for him. He was excited. I was disappointed because I'm like, that Mass Effect Collector's Edition was $100. I got a steel book, a game CD, and a remote control driving car. And you paid how much? And you got a plastic figurine of an elephant, a couple art books, and some statues. Oh my gosh. And no game disc. A steel book with no disc in it. That was sad. But he said the 25th anniversary is in August. That would be cool if they could meet that. If they could meet that day. That'd be hella cool. Because I know people were talking about how Halo didn't meet its anniversary day to drop because it dropped in December. But I mean, they were dropping Forza Horizon around the same time. So there's no point in dropping Forza Horizon and Halo in the same fucking month. But yeah, that like 007, that's a stealthy game. I want that shit to come out. Yeah, I'm on Mass Effect 2 as well. Legendary Edition. I made a couple episodes, but I already played through Mass Effect 2 original on the channel, so I didn't know if I wanted to make Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition a whole playthrough But parts of me feel like I should. Mass Effect 2 is the pinnacle of Mass Effect. Even though Mass Effect 3, I like the combat slightly better. Andromeda's combat is probably the most fun. Maybe because it's so free flowing, you can just run around and like legit like dominate a battlefield because you're so OP as the Mass Effect Andromeda main character. But Mass Effect 2 as a whole was probably the best of the series. From narrative to combat to characters. Yeah, it was like the pinnacle of BioWare's like writing talent, like freaking environment talent. Everything in Mass Effect 2 just fucking hit. Oh, he said Mass Effect 2 is my least favorite. Damn. Is your least favorite? I mean, if I'm going on a tier list from favorite to least, it's probably my second favorite because Mass Effect 1 is going to be my favorite. Just like Dragon Age Origins is my favorite. Even though Dragon Age Inquisition was the better game of the three, Dragon Age 2 was probably the most fun. But Dragon Age Origins was my favorite because it was the original. It's an Xbox game. Like Mass Effect 1 was an Xbox game. BioWare could have been an Xbox studio at that point. But Microsoft just let them walk out the door. Like, oh, we'll take Mass Effect and we'll just let y'all leave. And that's why Mass Effect 2 came and it was completely fucking different. Well, yeah, yeah. I felt that because yeah, because the RPG elements of the first game were all gone. They took all of it away. See, I've only played Bloodborne one time, and that was on my friend's PlayStation 4, and it was good. It was good. But none of my friends played Souls games until Elden Ring. They really like Elden Ring, but they didn't play Souls game before this. So I didn't get to play Bloodborne a lot because they just took that bitch back. Like, oh no, that's not for me. Take it back to GameStop, get their money back. So yeah, I only played a little bit. I want to play Bloodborne. Hopefully it comes to PC eventually, but Sony's not gonna let a FromSoft game leave their platform. They did the same thing with Demon Souls, so it's probably stuck there forever. Who knows? But if it ever does come to PC, I might just pick it up and play it because Bloodborne looks hella fun. It does look hard as fuck though, because my playstyle is gonna be gone. Because I usually either use sword and shield or just a big ass heavy weapon, and Bloodborne is not built like Dark Souls, bro. It's built for a completely different type of player, and you have to adjust to that. So if I get to play the game extensively and get to adjust to that combat style, I might even like it. I do want to play it, but it's not on my platform of choice, so I gotta wait. I gotta wait until the Pinocchio game comes out, which is Bloodborne, but not Bloodborne. We got Bloodborne at home. The fast pace in Bloodborne is fun. Yeah, because like I've seen it. Like some of my favorite content creators, I've seen them play it. I've seen them enjoy the game, and it's good. They would make it up to PC. I hope. I hope. Bloodborne is on PlayStation Now. Nobody uses PlayStation Now, bro. Nobody uses it. That's why they're making a new PlayStation Now. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. But yeah, nobody uses PlayStation Now, bro. PlayStation Now could have been so much better. I hate how Sony just let PlayStation Now go to shit. And now they want to support it a little bit. Because they put like Shadow Warriors 3 on there. And it's like, really? Nobody's using PlayStation Now. Why even put effort in now? Jimmy Boy is working. Yes. Oh, our boy Jimbo over there. I mean, if he puts it on PC, I'm definitely snatching it, just like God of War. Hopefully, I enjoy it as much as I think I would. But God of War kind of did let me down. Mostly because of what I thought God of War was going to be and what it actually was were two different things. And I'm not a fan of just basic third person action games. Like walking simulators, like I want to be able to do things in the game. They're probably doing a Bloodborne remaster before they put it on PC. It sounds like a Sony thing to do. Because they sold Ghost of Tsushima again, which it was only a year old. They sold Walking Simulator again when it was only 2 years old. What the fuck is the name of that? Death Stranding. I'm surprised they didn't sell Zero Dawn again, but they gave that free upgrade, which was surprising. So I don't know. Sony really might just have Bluepoint remaster the game like they did Demon Souls, and then they drop a PC one. He said PlayStation Now is for people like me that refuse to buy a PlayStation, but like cloud streaming. See, I wouldn't refuse to buy a PlayStation. I just need more reason to buy a PlayStation than just one game. Like, I didn't buy an Xbox because Halo and fucking Gears was on it. I think I said this in one of my live streams before because people don't understand. They see, like, oh, you have all this Xbox shit, like you're an Xbox fanboy. Like, no. No, it's the complete opposite. I buy Xbox because, one, it has Game Pass. That's just fucking cheap. I can play all the games I want for a little bit of money. It has quick resume. That's a platform feature that's amazing. FPS boost, another platform feature that's amazing. Everybody got that shit. I got fucking Xbox One controllers, Xbox Series X controllers. I got custom controllers. Like, the platform is just a better place to be. So I'm not going to buy a whole PlayStation console because they have one good game. No. That's a waste of my money. I'm not paying $500 for a PlayStation that doesn't have shit for me. And then I have to buy online services for it. Oh, no. I'm not spending that money, bro. It's not that I refuse. It's just like it's not a logical thing for me to do. We got backwards compatibility on Xbox. Xbox is just a better platform to be on. If you're all about what first-party games come where and when, PlayStation is probably the place for you. But for the platform to be better, that's why I'm on Xbox. And I got a mini fridge back there. Y'all see my mini fridge? That's the thing I like about a company, bro. Because if they could turn a fucking meme into some shit like that, you know the company is doing good for themselves. Because they turned the tables. Everybody said the fridge. The fridge. And then they drop a fridge. And the fridge went sold out. Completely. It went crazy. Xbox got, yeah. Now they got Bethesda and Activision. See, Bethesda is one of the games. See, I would put Oblivion on my wall. I should have made that one of the choices. Because I was going to have either KOTOR or Xeno. Which, that's why Xeno's in the middle right now. But Oblivion was one of my favorite RPGs of all time. And yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. Because Xbox, as a platform, because people are like, oh, Xbox got no games. Xbox has the better fucking ecosystem, bro. Has the better platform. Has the better... has the better features. Has the better everything, bro. But everybody's like, oh, Xbox had no games. That's fine. You can always get games. They can buy games from other people. Why do you think they just bought fucking Activision? They just bought fucking Bethesda. If y'all want games, we got the games now. We bought them bitches. But Xbox builds a user-friendly platform. I'm talking about even the security for like how Todd said he got kids. You can legit go on here, put parental controls on, so your kids only see games rated like E for everyone, rated like T for teen. And it won't show none of the M-rated games unless you log in on yours, and then they can see all that. There's so many like just platform feature things that are so good for families. And you could buy one game and everybody on your console get to play it. Yeah, Xbox is just a better, friendlier platform. Sony makes consoles for people that only want to play one game. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Sony makes their platform for, but it doesn't seem like they make it for gamers. Their platform is not gamer friendly, and it's too closed off too. Cause have you seen the shit that they have to go through to even get on the internet on a PlayStation? They gotta like email themselves a fucking link. It's so weird, bro. Sony censors so much content on that console too. And I'm like, I could have swore they were selling these consoles to adults. They censor all their content over there. I don't know. Sony is becoming I don't know. I don't know what type of platform they're doing. But it's definitely not player friendly. It's maybe like advertisement friendly. Yeah, the convenience of everything. Even like the online store. Like the online store for Xbox has came a long way. I remember when it used to be just alright. But like now the Xbox store is like the Steam page. Like, you go on the Xbox store, you can wish list a game, you can add a game to cart. Legit, there was one time I had like 6 games in my cart. I completely forgot because I was like on there just like looking at shit. And then I went on and I looked at my cart, and then all my cart was on sale because I forgot they were in there. And I'm like, wait, everything in my cart is on sale right now. They were all like 60% off, 70% off. I'm like, when the fuck did that happen? I just bought the whole fucking cart. I bought the whole cart. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. Because it just, yeah, the PlayStation 4 store was so bad. It was so bad. People put up with that shit. The PlayStation 4 store was so bad. And the PlayStation 5 store is no better. Yeah, Sony does their fan base wrong in every way possible. Yeah, I don't understand how they clown smart delivery either. Cause smart delivery is a feature for gamers, bro. It's not nothing for Microsoft. It's not nothing for Xbox. It's for the players. It's for the players. Like Sony said, PlayStation 5 for the players is not. Because Xbox is giving players everything. FPS boost, free upgrades. Fucking smart delivery, free fucking upgrades. Your hardware should make your games perform better. And they give you that fucking option. But it's game developers that let fanboys clown fucking smart delivery. Because when game developers don't use smart delivery and the games run like shit on Xbox, everybody be like, "Oh, Xbox is underperforming. Xbox can't do this." And yeah, they say it's a buzzword because third-party developers that don't use smart delivery are the greedy ones, the ones that want you to pay for shit. They want you to have to buy the game again because Sony's making you buy the game again. They're like, we should do that too, but Microsoft was like, no. Put your game through smart delivery, let it let it go through the fucking process and give them the game that they need for free. If they buy your game, give them the version they want. But no, they want you to buy every version of their game. That's why smart delivery is a buzzword. Because when big third party developers don't use it, like Remedy didn't use it and they regretted it. Activision, I mean, they never need to use it. They make a game every year. They're going to be using it now because they're going by Microsoft. They're going to be using it now. But like Rockstar didn't use it and they sold Grand Theft Auto a third fucking generation in a row. You're selling the fucking game again, bro. Nothing added. They sold the game again. Instead of using smart delivery and giving everybody who already owns the game again. Well, yeah, cause when Microsoft did that shit with games with Gold, where they was like upping the price, everybody went to shit. Everybody's like, "What the fuck is Microsoft thinking they're doing?" What Microsoft wanted to do is to make games for Gold obsolete, so everybody just goes to Game Pass. But the way that they did it, people shit on them. People killed them. I even did myself. I'm like, Microsoft, you're going fucking dumb if you think this is smart. And they cut it. They like, all right, we're going back. We're not gonna do that because they gonna lose the fan base that they have left pulling some bullshit like that. and they backed off. Sony, they fans don't cry. Well, not really crying, but they don't complain about the bullshit they go through. They just take it to the chin because they're like, oh, it's Sony. They dropped Horizon Forbidden West. We love them. GTA 5 is legit life invader for GTA 5. It is. That shit, they just keep going, bro. Hold on, even Hogwarts Legacy price tag is because of Sony's marketing it. Imagine WB makes the game $60. Sony would Sony would look bad. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm like when I saw the Hogwarts Legacy, somebody put the fucking price tag of it. It was $70. I'm like, they don't even have a release date. How do they have a price tag? I don't know if the price tag is real, but if that game is $70, it's gonna take a hit because that's why Sony haven't dropped sales numbers for Horizon Forbidden West or for Gran Turismo 7. After Elden Ring dropped that they sold 12 million. Why did Sony come out and be like, hey, we sold 20 million because we dropped that shit on all our PlayStation consoles. Our PlayStation fans love it. No, they haven't said a damn thing. I heard they sold like 90 million PlayStation 4 copies. It is $70. I guess confirmed 70. Hogwarts, bro. I mean, it looks like a really good fucking game. But is it better than Elden Ring? That is the question I ask myself when I see $70 now. Is it going to be better than Elden Ring? It's definitely probably not. But if it is, I'll pay $70 for it. If it's not, I'm going to wait for a sale. He said, I'll wait for the game to come to Game Pass. Fucking dash, bro. I mean, it might just. Because remember, Square Enix was talking that shit about Xbox, for sure. Because they were working with PlayStation, but then 4 months later, they put Guardians of the Galaxy in Game Pass. I could have just waited a couple months and got that bitch in Game Pass. I don't know. I bought the game, but it's fine. It's in Game Pass now. The same thing happened with Bandai and what was it? Code Vein, not Code Vein. The other one, the one after that, Scarlet Nexus. But yeah, I would definitely like. I don't know, cause I really like the look of the game. It depends on how marketing goes forward. In Game Pass running at 60 FPS. I mean, it better be. Arkham Knight and Justice 2. Yeah, because WB has benefited a lot off the Xbox platform and Game Pass. That's why when WB was under cahoots and they were ready to sell, Xbox was the front runner. When AT&T was about to sell Wonder Brother Games, Xbox was the front runner. Microsoft was standing right there like, we got the money. Come sell. But then they was like, oh, we could just cut some things off of here and then we could just keep the fucking gaming studio. And that's exactly what WB got taken. He said Scarlet was alright, but Astro Chain. Fucking Astro Chain. See, I have a Switch and I high key want to go play Astro Chain. I've seen the game. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be better than freaking. I don't know if it's gonna be better than Scarlet though. I like Scarlet a lot. I enjoyed the fuck out of that game. I even played through it. The two sides. They dropped DLC, which that would annoyed me. Is because I bought the. I forget what edition of the game I bought. Like you pre-order it, you get like all the shit, like the biggest edition they had. And it didn't have nothing about DLC that's going to be in it. But since the game blew the fuck up, they dropped DLC for the game. And you have to pay like $30 to get the DLC. And I'm like, why? If I paid for like the $80 edition of the game. Why didn't it come with a season pass? I don't know. They kind of hold me. I didn't buy the DLC for it because there's a whole lot of like cutscenes and shit. I don't know. I probably have to go check out Astro Chain because I was playing what was it called? Monarch on the Switch. And that's why I play it on PC right now. I'm enjoying the fuck out of Monarch, even though it got like a 60 on Metacritic. Monarch is actually a really good fucking game. But it was only on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. So, PlayStation fans shit on fucking Monarch. Maybe because they got Persona. And the people that made Monarch used to make Persona games. So, like, it got shelved. The Sony fans shit on it. But it's a pretty good game. I recommend it. I'm playing it. It is kind of grindy, though. That's one thing that I know. He said the combat is crazy. I'm going to have to check it out. I really got to check it out. There was one game I saw. I need to make a video on it. It's a game that's coming out. I think it's coming to Game Pass. And it's I forget what the fuck it's called now. It's a new game. I need to go find a trailer and drop a video on it. Who made Astro Chain? Is that a Bandai game? It might be a Bandai game. I could look it up. Hold on, let me check. Oh, it's made by Platinum. What the fuck? Platinum made Astro Chain? And then they released that bullshit with Square Enix? I don't understand, bro. What is Platinum? What is the deal with Platinum? Keep your eyes on Weird West. Weird West comes out next month, doesn't it? I think it does. Yeah, I think Weird West comes out next month. That should be a hit. But there's a game. What the fuck is it called? Um, Hold on, I need to find the name of this fucking game. Shit. Cause I want to talk about it. Flintlock. That's what it's called. It's called fucking Flintlock. They got the announcement trailer. Xbox dropped it. I think it's on all the platforms. Though. I don't think it's like an Xbox exclusive. I think it's coming to Game Pass. But it's called Flintlock, and it looks like uh, what is it? What am I thinking of? It looks like a Bloodborne type of game. They got swords and guns, but it's like Wild West type. The samurai game looks good. Yeah, Trek no Yumi. Look, when they showed that at the PlayStation State of Play, I'm like, I've seen that game before because Xbox showed it as well, and then I think Xbox showed it again. So that little indie game is getting some press, bro, and I'm kind of up for that because it's like Ghost of Tsushima, just side scrolling. Yeah, Flintlock, yeah. And I saw it and I'm like, damn, this game look pretty cool. But then when they labeled themselves as a Souls like game, I'm like, I think y'all just hurt yourself. Because if they kept that out of their fucking generic, I'm like, you shouldn't have said you're a Souls like. Because when you say you're a Souls like fans come to the game and judge it. Every Souls like has been through the same thing. If you call yourself a Souls like, you're gonna get judged by Souls fans. And I think Flintlock hurt themselves when they did that. Because if you go to their Steam page, which I can show y'all. Because, yeah, when I go to their Steam page, it says Souls like on there. And I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? Now everybody's going to judge this game compared to a Souls game. Which isn't right, but it's going to fucking happen. Because that's what fans of games do. Especially when you make a comparison to yourself to a game that they love. Like, they shouldn't have did that to themselves. But it's legit right on their Steam page. So, like, there's nothing we can do. We just have to let that happen. Alright, where the fuck is it? Why could I not show my Steam? I don't know. I can't show the fucking page. Ashen. Was Ashen the one where you get old? I think Ashen is the game where you like turn old. I'm not for sure though. What am I looking for? No, not that. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? I lost it. Alright. I'm not fucking doing that no more. That's annoying. The Steam page is always weird with OBS. But yeah, they label themselves like that. I don't know why they label themselves like that though. I don't think it's a good look to label yourself as a Souls like. But I mean, if they, because I've heard of Ashen, but I never played it. I think that's one where you turn old. But that was a smaller game, wasn't it? Yeah, that was that little small game. Now they're making like a AAA game. Oh damn, that's a big jump for them. I wonder who's funding it. I'm gonna have to look into it. But yeah, the game looked cool. And then it's like Souls like. I'm like, God damn it, bro. Now I gotta compare you to Elden Ring. That's exactly what I did. Now I gotta compare you to Elden Ring because I'm one of those people. Is it gonna be as good as Elden Ring? I'm not gonna do it though. I'm still gonna pick it up. It looked like it's gonna be good though. The main character looked kind of cool. I don't know if you make your own character. They haven't really put out much information on the game besides like that trailer that they showed. And I'm still waiting on news for Esports fucking Boxing Club, bro. I get tired of that fucking game studio. What do they call it? Like Steel City Games? I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. But we got too much we got too much riding on a fucking sports game, a boxing sports game, and they're just taking a good old time just noodling us along, bro. And that annoys me. And yeah, Elden Ring is the fucking bar right now. Elden Ring is the bar. So when people has to measure up to the bar is Elden Ring. Every time a game comes out, Souls like or $70, the bar is Elden Ring. Can you beat that bar? Can you meet that bar? If you can't, lower your price. $50. Too many games, too little time. Yeah, because legit, when I be at work, sometimes I be at work for like 11 hours. Because as a management in management position, you have so much shit to do that it's not just plain work. Cause I would like sometimes I be talking to people and they're like, I wish I could be just a normal employee. I could come to work for 6 hours. I just do my fucking job and then go to fuck home. But no, management, no. I gotta do paperwork. I gotta do inventory. I gotta manage people and companies. I don't get paid enough for this shit. He said Souls like is a genre now, like Jin Token, aka John Wick, Gunkata. Yeah. But is that a real genre now? Like Souls like? Because yeah, because like nobody knows what FromSoft games are. Because they're they're so different from anything in the fucking gaming industry. That's why Souls games are always like that. Souls games are Souls games. But then Souls likes are like, I guess, games like Dark Souls. I mean, FromSoft has made a big ass impact on gaming. If Souls like is a fucking genre. They created a whole new genre of game. It's not just RPGs no more. Now either you're an RPG, you're a Souls like, you're an action RPG. But yeah, I don't think I've liked any real Souls like games besides like Dark Souls for real. The Souls like genre. They like FromSoft needs more credit. They're still a small studio, but they need way more credit. If they created a whole genre of game because people don't know what the fuck to call it, and now people have to copy that and put it in a tag, Souls like they couldn't even make up a good name. They just had to put Souls like the Elden Ring genre. Elden Ring is the genre now. They need a new name because like RPGs, you know what that is. FPS games, you know what that is. RTS games, you know what that is. Like all those acronyms, they have their genres, bro. But then Souls like is a we need a name for it. We need a like FromSoft needs a good name for it because Souls like just sounds like you're copying them, and that's what I hear when I hear Souls like. It's like why do you want to be like a Souls game? FromSoft genre. I mean that's that's all right, but yeah, it definitely needs like a tagline. What's the Pinocchio game called again? I forget what it's called. God damn it. The fuck was that Pinocchio game called? I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh, Lies of P. That's what it was called. The fucking Lies of P, which is Bloodborne. That shit is gonna be good. Maybe. Hopefully. But yeah, that's another Souls like, I guess. They all just fit the genre. But yeah, hopefully Lies of P comes out and is actually fucking good. Because that's a game I saw and I'm like, what? It's Bloodborne at home. Amazing game genre. I mean, it has to be more tight knit than that. Yeah, and legit, not many games have done that in a long time. Like that's why FromSoft is the bar now because the expectation for their game was already kind of high because when they dropped Sekiro and it won Game of the Year, everybody's like, okay, FromSoft is legit making themselves like a big ass name in the gaming industry. You die, genre. Fuck you, dog. Legit like death games. The fucking death games. That's exactly what FromSoft make. The death games. Resident Evil 4. I mean, I didn't play Resident Evil. I didn't play Resident Evil 4. I mean, Resident Evil until Resident Evil 5 came out. Get good genre. But yeah, FromSoft, they set a bar for themselves when Sekiro came out. It won Game of the Year. But then other games was out like it. Like fucking Neo 2 was out. And there was a couple other games. And none of them could meet that fucking Sekiro bar. But then Elden Ring got announced. Xbox had marketing rights for fucking Elden Ring too. I completely forgot about that. Xbox was the one marketing fucking Elden Ring. And everybody was so hyped for fucking Elden Ring. And then the more people heard about it, the more concept art and shit came out, the more news about it. Elden Ring's fucking hype just kept getting higher and higher. And all fucking FromSoft had to do was just make the game, bro. They just made the game. They put it out $60 and it just erupted. It blew up like Pompeii. It's crazy. It went everywhere. It exploded. That little Japanese studio is like one of the biggest names now. From Software, who was making fucking Souls games for who knows how long. Now they're legit the standard of gaming now. If you can build a game and have your game live up to the hype like Elden Ring, you might as well not even make games. No, that's kind of harsh though, because everybody can make games. Hopefully, their games are fucking good. Elden Ring over delivered big time. I mean, for some fans of the game genre already, it's exactly what they expected. But for outside of that bubble of just Souls fans, because the hardcore Souls community, they already knew Elden Ring was gonna be good. It's just once that bubble popped and Elden Ring leaked out to more and more people, RPG players, then like freaking uh action RPG players too, and then it started leaking into like the casuals. When Elden Ring started leaking to casual fans, that's when you knew it over delivered. Because Elden Ring is more accessible than any other Souls game. A lot of Souls fans say it's the easiest Souls game they've ever played. But yeah, once it leaked out, because that bubble popped, and the more genres it was close to, the more people that got touched by it, and then just kept fucking spreading. Then Elden Ring took over the fucking third person RPG market. I mean the third person action game market, which that's what the fuck Sony was doing. It went in there. The franchise is inevitable. I don't know, cause like, are they gonna want it done this like they did Sekiro, or like they did Bloodborne or Demon Souls? We don't know what FromSoft is doing next, and that's what's so crazy about this game. Is that the game has a great beginning, it has a great run through, and it has some amazing ass endings. Everybody has an ending they can be happy with. Who knows what they do with Elden Ring next? Does George come back with the FromSoft team and Miyazaki and make another fucking Elden Ring? Or do they go and make another fucking big hit? Who knows what FromSoft is doing next, bro? He ended the Dark Souls trilogy phenomenally. They went and made fucking Sekiro and Bloodborne. And then fucking Elden Ring came out and just captivated the whole fucking gaming industry. Yeah, that's what happened, bro. Because like, even the hype for Elden Ring was all from the community of Dark Souls. Outside people didn't fucking care for Elden Ring because like, oh, it's gonna be another Dark Souls game. We don't fucking care. But once that fucking bubble popped when the game dropped, everybody got touched by it. Now people are talking about Elden Ring that you wouldn't have thought. Like I've seen people that play like fucking indie games and what you call it? What is it called? They play like those story games where like you just read a whole lot of text and do shit. They're playing fucking Elden Ring on YouTube. They're fucking playing Elden Ring. They play RTS games and now they're dropping fucking Elden Ring Let's Play videos. It's so crazy how many people from different areas of the gaming industry all came together and just got on the fucking Elden Ring train. They like, I thought I could be off it. I'm on it. Everybody's on it. Yeah, FromSoft definitely deserve it all because it was a $60 game in an era where everybody think they shit is worth $70. No microtransactions at all. They sold two editions of the game, digital and physical. That was it. That was it, bro. They two editions was physical or digital. That was it. That's all the choice you have to make. $60, physical or digital. That is all they was giving people. That's the only option you could. There's no, oh, you get a fucking horse skin for Torrent with this pack. You get DLC with this one. They ain't even announced DLC for the game. And that's how games should fucking be. There's games that come out now and they be like, oh, we have 3 DLCs in the works. How do you have DLC when your game's not done? That's why when I heard that from Esports Boxing Club, when they was like, yeah, we don't know what fucking fighters we're putting in the game at launch and what games fighters are gonna be DLC. I was like, yeah, y'all fucked up right there. $40 for Torrent. Yeah, what if you get to start with Torrent early? You don't have to go find old girl at a bonfire to get the horse. Like, come on now, bro. They could have easily milked the fuck out of Elden Ring and all their fans if they really wanted to. But they didn't. They just made a fucking game and they put it out. Oh yeah, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of 1-star reviews where it was like, "This game is nothing like Skyrim." I'm fucking dumb, bro. People got like there was some casuals that got really hurt by Elden Ring's first encounter, and I'm glad they did it like that because when like if y'all see my first Elden Ring video, a lot of people was jumping off just so they already had a first death before the first boss. They not worried about it. I'm gonna just take my first death right now, and then leave it at that. But then you walk down that corridor and you're in that goddamn uh what do you call it? You're in the cemetery and you see the fog wall and every Souls fan was like, all right, the first boss is through that fog wall. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna fight. We're gonna have a good old time, and we might fucking die. But then they drop the fucking boss on you in the cemetery where you thought the boss was through the wall. That shit took me out, bro. Cause I'm like, where did you come from, nigga? You supposed to be in that fucking wall. That shit was amazing. And the boss wasn't too hard. He does have some cheese ass moves because legit he scream and do like 90% damage to you. He fucked me up real quick. I'm like, damn, I wasn't prepared for that man. And I started deprived. I was the no close with the club. If I started with a different class, I probably could have fought the first boss better. But legit, I had a club in my hand and no clothes on. I didn't know what his move set was. He came at me smooth. And it still was fun, bro. And it set the precedent for the game that like anything could happen. You thought this was a Souls like game until that first boss jumped out in the fucking room before the fog wall, and you like, damn, this is not what I expected. And it felt good. The game always felt good. It plays good, even when people was like, oh, it has stutters in it, and like we got VRR. Like we're not worried, bro. VRR would smooth that out. Sony didn't at the time, so people felt those fucking frame drops. But just having a game in 60 frames and it still looks fucking amazing. As an Astro Train player, I'm I'm prepared for Elden's difficulty. I mean, if you play the game, like one of my friends, when the game first came out, he just went on YouTube, saw the biggest farms, and he just went to go farm Hellas. And that nigga was like level 200 and something. Like he just farmed Hellas. He got hella fucking OP. He just went to go find the best weapons of the game. He was just YouTubing everything, bro. He didn't just and he got everything he wanted. He got his playstyle and he beat the fucking game. So a lot of people can do that. A lot of people did do that. They wanted to beat the game. Like fuck the difficulty, bro. I'm about to make it as easy as possible for myself. They did that. I went in there with the worst possible start, with the worst possible setup. I had the fucking aggro thing that you put on your waist, and I went in that bitch, made it as hard as possible for myself. I'm still enjoying the fucking game. I haven't farmed or anything. Legit, I'm probably level 40. I'm about to go fight Radon as in the fucking sandy beaches. About to get my shit stepped on. I know I am because most people say, "Oh, I was like level 60 when I fought him." I'm level 40. I'm about to get my shit on. I take one hit from a boss and I'll be dead. But I'm still enjoying the game. I'm still enjoying the game. And that's all that matters. Everybody can enjoy the game a different way. There's so many different play styles. They got range. They got magic. They got faith for buffing like little companions that you have with you. I just got a basic ass strength build. Hybrid builds. And yeah, he is a newcomer though. Like, he didn't play Souls games before, so that's why he was like, "All right, I need a guide on YouTube," and it showed him how to do this, how to level up, who to talk to, who not to kill, who to kill, and he's finished the game. He still had to get his ass beat by bosses, and you still got to get good in the meantime. But the whole path to get in there, walk in the park for him. Walk in the park. Because yeah, there's a big community of YouTube that makes guides for these games to make it as easy as possible. There's people that's flexing already. They just beat the game in like 20 minutes with just a fucking club in their hand, and I'm like, you're a god. Yeah, I've seen the one video of the one dude. He's fighting the one bitch they showed that put her fucking arm on. She had the metal arm and she puts it on in the cutscene. The first character they ever showed for Elden Ring was the one girl that puts her arm on, and he was fighting her butt naked with a wooden club. And I'm like, that's the start that I had, and I swear he had this one little shield. Every time she swung, he parried that shit and cracked her ass every time. And I'm like, you're just too fucking good at the game, bro. I can't even dodge a fucking hit like that. Man's parried every hit in the game. Every parryable hit, he's just stood there. They swung, parried that shit, cracked their ass, and I'm like, you're amazing, bro. And that's what I like, cause like the skills gap is always gonna be there. Even when you press through the game, like using a guide and you go farm hella shit, the skills gap is still gonna be there. Cause yeah, you're strong, but like if you're not good, you're still not gonna be good, and that shows. Cause like when invaders come into your world, y'all might be on the same level because that's how Souls games are made. Like the same level people invade your game. But if you're a level 200 and a level 200 that's good at the game invades you, you're getting your shit stumped on. Yeah, that level 1 fucking playthrough is amazing. And I enjoyed it so much cuz I'm like, buddy's a demon. Like you know you're good at the game when you go in that bitch at level 1, no clothes on with a club and beat the whole fucking game. And then it's me over here who's been playing this game for I don't know how many hours, maybe like 30 hours or something. I'm like, I don't know, like 20% through the game. I'm not parrying a fucking boss. I'm not even trying. I'm not even brave enough to parry a fucking boss. Better yet, fucking stand there, level 1, with no clothes on, with a club, parry, easy claps. Like, how much training did that man go through? That's all I want to know. And do he teach classes? Because I want to take that class. I would pay $70 for that class. Elder Rings have a sense of wonder for most open world games can learn from. It's basically a benchmark. Yes. Yes, it is. Because people thought, because like, Elden Ring's world is a lot like Skyrim's world. Where Skyrim's world was open. You can go anywhere and do anything. You just better be worried for whatever pops the fuck up. Skyrim is definitely the easier game. You can just slap that bitch on easy. You can one tap any enemy in the game. Elden Ring doesn't have that option. You go get your ass one tapped by an enemy in the game if they're stronger than you. But yeah, Elden Ring gave you the sense of I want to go out there and see what it is. But you play games like fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or you play games like fucking Watch Dogs Legion, and those games are empty, bro. Yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring. You can go watch my Elden Ring videos. I have like update videos. I haven't made like let's plays and nothing like that. But yeah, like those games have big ass empty open worlds. So only thing you can do in their open world is to go to the next waypoint that they give you. Elden Ring is like there's shit everywhere. Go find it. You might find something you like. You might find something you don't. I walked into this one place and there was a big ass fucking stone golem dude I had to fight. And I'm like, I didn't know there was a fucking boss in here. It was just a door. It wasn't a fog wall. I went in there. I two tapped his ass. It was easy. But then I walk outside and a fucking dragon lands in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Somebody set me up. It was crazy. Elden Ring is such a good game. It gives you the sense of exploration that you don't get from games nowadays. Because there are not many open world games nowadays that give you the sense of I want to go there and see what it is. Yeah, because Ubisoft make empty ass open world games. Like, yeah, you make an open world, it's big, you can go places and do things. But yeah, there's nothing to do in the world besides the main quest. Starfield does look interesting. And see, I'm waiting for Bethesda's take on space because they did everything they could do with like medieval like sword and shield combat. They did everything they could. what they gonna do with space? Oh my gosh, bro. I played a lot of Mass Effect. A lot of it. Space games are probably my number one genre because I was always a scientific kid growing up. I like science fiction more than anything. Science fiction and history. So the science fiction games are great. The history games are great. Ubisoft used to make the best history games because like Assassin's Creed was the best take on history you could find anywhere. Best takes on history you can find anywhere. Now it's different. But Starfield is going to be this open universe take on a fucking space game. So it's definitely one of those games like everybody's going to be looking at like how can Bethesda turn the science fiction genre into something Bethesda can own? Because to me, the only people that own science fiction is Mass Effect. They're the only ones owning the science fiction genre. Especially with like a fucking RPG narrative. Bethesda knows how to deliver a good RPG. That's probably not going to change, especially with Todd and them still there. But they never delivered a space game. And if they can make a fucking space game, because we seen Obsidian do it. Obsidian just fucking did it. They made the Outer Worlds, and it was good. It was good. Could it be better? Of course it could, but it was Obsidian. They had no backing, bro. They did that shit with their own hands and their own wallets. Now they have the wallet of Microsoft and Obsidian, that talented ass team, who could turn anybody's franchise into a fucking AAA star. They are the best at making sequels, bro. And if they're going to make a sequel to their own game, you know it's going to be fire. See, and that's the thing. See, I don't want to think of it like that, but we have to. Like, we have to just chalk it up. If Starfield is better than Outer Worlds, it's going to be a dub. It's going to be an instant dub because Outer Worlds was amazing. So if Starfield's better than the Outer Worlds, it's going to be fucking heat. But then it has to come to the thing. So it's Outer Worlds 2 has to be better than fucking Starfield. And yeah, Avowed is going to be the Obsidian take on Skyrim because they never got to make an Elder Scrolls sequel. So since Obsidian never made an Elder Scrolls sequel like they did every other game, they're going to make their own. And Obsidian ain't missed. I don't think Obsidian's missed yet. Obsidian, once they put Obsidian's tag on the fucking game, they haven't missed. So Outer Worlds 2, how does that compare to fucking Starfield? So when Starfield comes out and it beats Outer Worlds 1, you said Outer Worlds didn't click with you? Like what happened with it? It was like a hella comedic game. It wasn't serious or nothing like that. There were news about New Vegas 2. Dude, I don't think we need a New Vegas 2 though. Like, would we all want one? Of course we would. All the fans of Obsidian wants a New Vegas 2. But like, do we need a New Vegas 2? I'm not sure. But if that was the next Fallout game, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be massive. They are making it. Like, it's confirmed. BioShock 4. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. It's not that more games. It's just like, I play Fallout New Vegas now. I still play Fallout New Vegas. Like, that's one game you could go back to and enjoy all the time. Cause it has the Skyrim Bethesda feel, even though it's made by Obsidian. Same thing with KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 was made by Obsidian, but it still feels like BioWare made the game. So when they made that, like, I wouldn't want them to make a KOTOR 3 because it was already good, unless like BioWare comes back and make KOTOR 3. And then Obsidian can make KOTOR 4. Things like that. Like, I wouldn't want Obsidian to just go make a New Vegas 2 because they can. Because I don't think it's needed. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's needed by them as a company. They can make something else, which they're making Avowed. They're making Outer Worlds 2. I don't think they need New Vegas 2. Not right now. He said 3 is the GOAT. I don't know. For Bethesda, 3 is definitely the GOAT. But New Vegas is probably the best Fallout game they ever dropped. Fallout 4 didn't click with me either. I'm not even going to fake it. Fallout 4 was trash. In my opinion, it was garbage. I modded the hell out of it. I still had fun with it. But Fallout 4 was a garbage game. Mostly because they took the Fallout out of Fallout. And if you take the Fallout out of Fallout and it only left Skyrim, and it felt too much like Skyrim to me that I didn't like it. They added new elements. That was fine. But the VAT system being tied to your stamina bar, and no, they ruined the fuck out of it. They ruined the fuck out of Fallout with Fallout 4 in the name of accessibility. They wanted to be as fluid as Skyrim was, as seamless as Skyrim was. Everything just made sense. But you removed the Fallout. You don't have to repair guns no more. You don't have to create guns no more. It just felt, yeah, like everything just felt so soft now with Fallout 4. Like, you play Fallout 3, you go, like, there's things like kids getting fucking demolished, bro. You blow up a whole fucking city full of people for your own personal gain in Fallout 3. That impact was not in Fallout 4. I mean, Fallout 4 was a likable game. It's just it wasn't Fallout to me. It was legit Skyrim with guns. And I mean, for a lot of people that's alright. That's fine. But for me, it wasn't Fallout. I'd rather play Fallout New Vegas than Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas felt like the next generation of Fallout games. And then Fallout 4 took a big ass step back. They just fucking tower dived back. And Chrono, you said, how's the fridge? The fridge good. It's sitting right there. It's sitting right there, Series X like. It looks good. I don't really use it. Not in the sense. Like, it's plugged up right now. And I got the light on. You could turn the light on the top as well. There's a light that makes that green shine. And, like, I just like the Xbox light on like that. It's cool. It's cool. But yeah, like, Xbox got all the RPGs. All of the RPGs, bro. And what the fuck they do with them? He thought that was a Series X. I mean, it looks exactly like it. Like, I'm not even gonna fake it. Like, if you don't turn the light on at the top, you can't tell the difference. Except the size. If I put like my Series X over there next to it, he said, I thought it was just an Xbox. Everybody thought it was just an Xbox, didn't they? No, this is the fridge. That's the fridge, bro. It looks exactly like the Series X in every possible way. But yeah, that's the fridge. Like, I can go open it. I got like some juice in it. But yeah, you go open it. And like, it got some juice in there, but like, I don't use it too much. Like, I don't use it too much. So, like, it does have some juice in there. It's just, I mean, my Fiji water don't fit. It's too small for that. I guess I could take some racks out and put Fiji in there, but like, even in Exiles making RPGs. See, in Exiles one of those teams that I'm really looking forward to what they make next. Because I'm hearing it's not an RTS game. So if In Exile makes an RPG, which the story of fucking Wasteland 3 was great. Once you get past the real time strategy. So In Exile can make a good fucking game. They can write a good fucking game. I don't think they need to even develop a game. If they wrote a game and then let like Obsidian or something do the fucking legwork and build the game, I think it'd be phenomenal. See, I won't like if I if I had the chance to have like a real life size fucking Xbox mini fridge. They only made 3 of them. So one went to a lucky fan, and then one went to Snoop Dogg, and another one went to a YouTuber. And those are the only 3 like created. Like if they did like sell the fucking fridge in life size form, oh my goodness, bro, I would snatch the fuck out of that. It'd probably be like $10,000, but I mean, what's 14 years of fucking debt? I could just get another job. It's fine. I would buy the fuck out of that fridge, bro. You said Xbox needs Persona. I mean, Xbox don't need Persona. Not in a sense. They want more Japanese developers. They want more Japanese style games. But Persona can just come to Xbox. It's not like it can't. It's just Atlas doesn't see a need for it. So if they don't want to put in that time and effort to make an Xbox version, they won't do it. But we see that changing because they just announced their next Shin Megami Tensei game, which is Codebreakers 2, is coming to Xbox. And everybody was surprised. Even I was surprised that they're actually releasing one of their games on Xbox. Even though that game used to be a Sega Genesis game. Switch needs Persona. See, Atlas makes Shin Megami Tensei for Nintendo, and then they make Persona for PlayStation. And that's always been like their thing. I don't know how the contract is written with Sega. Because it's not like Nintendo or Sony owns fucking Atlas. Sega does. Sega is the ones that allows these people to put their games where they want them. So if Sega says put them bitches on Xbox, they're going to develop them for Xbox. But as long as Sega let Atlas do what they want, they're going to keep doing it. Yeah, I hope that I hope that Codebreakers game. Is it called Codebreakers? I forget what it's called now. Oh, it's Soul Hackers, not Code. It's Soul Hackers. What the fuck? I'm announcing that shit all fucking wrong. But yeah, Soul Hackers. That's what it's called. Like if Soul Hackers do come and it sells well, because there's definitely a market for it on Xbox. Like I've been playing Persona 4 and Monarch on PC because I don't have a PlayStation. But if they drop those games on Xbox, I can get my gamer score up playing some fucking games like that because they make good games. Atlas never made a game horribly, I don't think. I mean, they did make like Nintendo DS games and shit like that, and people didn't like them, maybe because it was for a Nintendo DS. But they work with what they have to. And Shin Megami Tensei 5 was a big ass game for the Nintendo Switch. And it was a triple A fucking game for Nintendo Switch. Could they have dropped that on Xbox? Oh, I would have definitely bought it. I could go buy it on Switch right now. I don't play many games on Switch. Because Switch is not a console that I use to game. Besides, like, the Switch Sports. And, there was something else. Catherine is on Xbox. You can play Catherine on Xbox. Like, hold on. But you can play the 360 version of it. So hold on, let me go look it up. Cause Catherine, the 360 version is still on Xbox. Oh, I'm fucking up. Cause yeah, Catherine is still on Xbox, bro. They did make a remaster version for PlayStation 4 where they like updated it. I think they added the DLC with it. And then they re-released it as Catherine Full Body. But the original Catherine game, you can still buy it. It still has a 5-star rating. People still love the game by Atlas. It's just Atlas doesn't fuck with the Xbox platform. So like, yeah, Catherine was. And that came out damn near 13 years ago. 15 years ago. Alright. I'll catch you later. I think I have a video coming later. But yeah, Catherine was still on Xbox. And oh shit. Go back. And they still sell it. It's still doing great for them. Will they ever fuck around and make more games for Xbox? Hopefully. But until they do, we just have to wait it out. See, with this fucking Xbox and this gaming PC, those two things are where my gaming things lie. So if I start buying games on Switch, like, we have games for Switch, mostly from my girlfriend. She plays games on Switch. She plays Animal Crossing. She plays the SpongeBob game. She plays Goosebumps on Switch. And she's thinking about buying another game. I forget what it's called. She's playing Kirby on Switch. Like, Switch has Pokemon games and shit like that. And, like, I think about investing in those, to buying those and playing them on her all the time. But then I think about, how would I make content on the Switch? Like, because I want to, like, play the games and put it on YouTube. But, I always, like, decide against it. He said, besides that, I don't know what's going on with WB. WB's not selling no more. AT&T is keeping them. So since they're not selling, they're just making games like normal. So nothing's changing over there at WB. That's why the new Hogwarts game, we talked about that earlier, is coming out. That's a WB game. Yeah, their superhero games are coming out. They showed Suicide Squad. They showed gameplay of it, I think. Or they show like the story trailer of it, where they gotta like kill the Justice League because Brainiac came and turned them evil, or some shit. Like, the game looks cool, and then I haven't seen much of Arkham. What the hell is it called? The Arkham Knights, the Arkham something. Yeah, that's what I be thinking about too. I be thinking about just like getting them on PC because a lot of people do, and just playing them on there. I be thinking about it. I really, real deal be thinking about that. I mean, I ain't really pirated shit or like, uh, did that. Yeah, it is Arkham Knights. Yeah, I haven't seen shit of Arkham Knights since they announced the game. Batman's dead. You're gonna be Robin, and you're gonna be Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood. It's gonna be multiplayer. They need to promote some more shit about that. But E3 time is almost here. That's what everybody's waiting on. So hopefully is a damn good showing by everybody, because we know what the fuck Square Enix did last time. That shit was garbage. Because they didn't have shit to show. And then all the games that they dropped are trash. I mean, if you own the game, it's legit. I mean, I don't own the game. Not yet, anyway. But I mean, there's some new games coming that I hear about. And I be having to look in. I should be one of the. Oh, I thought like some new shit came out. Square Enix haven't dropped a good game in 10 years. Final Fantasy VII remake. Sony fans love that shit. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. See, I never played Arkham Asylum. The first one I played was Arkham City, and that shit was a hit. Arkham City was a definite hit. I know they remastered Arkham Asylum. I could probably go play that. But yeah, Square Enix dropped Final Fantasy VII, bro. It was a banger, even though it was half the game. I enjoy 15. I did play 15. I keep forgetting 15 was a thing, bro. I did play 15. I enjoyed it. I beat it, I think. I didn't do none of the side quests. So it was so much shit that I seen after I beat the game where people were showing like crazy boss battles and shit. I'm like, I didn't see none of that. Like, what part of the game was that in? It was a side quest somewhere where you fight like this big ass chicken thing and like, you do all this crazy shit. I'm like, I didn't see none of that in the game. Maybe because I didn't know what the fuck to do. The way you did missions in that game was so strange. So I was just doing main quests, I think. But I understand fanboying for a franchise because hey, Bioware shit is everywhere, and that's what I be playing 90% of the time. And why did my camera unfocus? What is that? What is that? Don't you dare unfocus, bro. Thank you. Get your shit together. Yeah. Now back to what I was saying. Yeah, all this Bioware shit around me, bro. That is the content that I fanboy for. When Bioware drops something, I'm playing the fuck out of it. Like a lot of people hated Anthem for what? I hated the hate that Anthem got because Anthem was amazing. But oh, since Anthem didn't get content fast enough, Anthem's roadmap got broken. Everybody shit on Anthem, and I'm like, it was an amazing game for at least the month that it was out. After that month was over and the new content didn't come out, I guess it did fall off. A lot of people left, but that's how live service games go. If it was a story-based game, if Anthem was just story-based, it would have went down as one of the best Bioware games in history. Anthem was so good. It was so unique and so different. And now Anthem is gone. And I'm like, shit. Fucking Anthem, bro. I still play it every now and again. I still go in there, fuck up some shit, do some I'm still trying to grind out that long ass quest that you get for that wall. Where you gotta do so many like just pop up missions in the free play. I'm still trying to grind that shit out. One of these days on vacation, I'm gonna just live stream that game all day. I'm gonna just do a whole 24-hour live stream of Anthem, grinding out that fucking mission. Anthem had great combat. Yes, it did, bro. Anthem had great everything. The movement, the combat, even the narrative that it had. The story-based part of Anthem was flawless. Nobody could complain about the story of Anthem. That shit was amazing. The way they built the world for it, the way they made the enemies are, the way they made the characters that you meet, the past and the future ones. That shit was amazing. It's just everything after level 30. When you beat the fucking story, everything after that was mediocre. Anthem was hyped up to oblivion. Anthem was Then because BioWare has so much to prove with Anthem, because remember, the game right before Anthem was the split decision of Mass Effect Andromeda. So when Mass Effect Andromeda came out, and it was good for some people, it was a flop for other people. It was cut down the middle by gaming media. BioWare had everything to prove with Anthem, and Anthem was getting marketed hard as hell because they needed Anthem to be big. They needed Anthem to go off, and when it dropped, it definitely fucking did. Everybody was loving Anthem. I got to play it early because EA gave me a fucking copy of the game. So I was playing early. I was playing Anthem, a week before people that bought Anthem got to play it. So I was already in the fucking game. This is back when I was game testing every fucking thing. So they gave me a copy of the game. I was having so much fun, bro. Then my friends got in the game, but they were on PlayStation at the time, so we couldn't play together. But they were having so much fun. Everybody beat the story. We did all those dungeons. Everybody started getting loot. But then the content got slow. Then it got stagnant. And then it didn't even fucking show up. And that's what killed Anthem. And I'm like, Anthem should not have been a live service game. And then all the game directors of the game, all the leaders of the game left. Because Anthem, they shit wasn't getting done. Their roadmap was completely fucked. Everybody left to go to a different studio. And it left Anthem with nothing. And then they was like, alright, they shut down Anthem's work team. They're putting them back on Dragon Age. They're putting them back on the next Mass Effect game. Which was still good news for the fans. We're all still waiting on Dragon Age fucking 4. Whenever the hell they show that, they haven't been talking about Dragon Age in a long time. And that annoys me. But the next Mass Effect game, they announced that. And we're like, yep, they're going back to Mass Effect. That's what they need to do. Because that's the bread and butter. We knew they were going back to that. They failed with Anthem. They failed with Andromeda. They better not fail Dragon Age. But Mass Effect, now they got some weight on their shoulders with that. Because Anthem was a new IP. They fumbled that bag because it was live service, not because it was a bad game. I mean, yeah, Bungie's been doing real good with Destiny 2. I can't really say they did good with Destiny 1 because Destiny 1 was horrible. But Destiny 2 has definitely showed that Bungie can definitely make a live service game and keep content rolling. Keep the content rolling, and the content keeps getting better every time. BioWare doesn't know how to make a live service game. They never even had a chance to make a live service game. Their first one was Anthem. And since they got shelved by EA, they can't even go make an Anthem 2 and pull a fucking Destiny comeback. Pull a Bungie comeback. Because Bungie, after Destiny 1, we thought Bungie was done. But no, they got Destiny 2 out, and it changed everything for Bungie. They went fucking independent. They start making their own fucking rules. They start dropping their own content for the game, and everything was amazing. BioWare's not going to get that chance from EA. So when Anthem failed, and they didn't get to make Anthem 2.0 because EA shut that down, they didn't get to fix Anthem like they wanted to. They can't even go and make an Anthem 2. And it blows the fuck up like Destiny 2 did. Because EA is not going to let them. EA just need to sell BioWare as a company. Just sell them. Sell them to somebody. But EA knows that BioWare can make big games. They got big franchises under them too. I really wanted them to fix Anthem. But not even fix it. Just like give people the Anthem that they wanted. I wanted more story for that game, bro. I couldn't wait for the DLC. And it never came. The DLC never came. Our hopes were crushed. But yeah, I don't really play Destiny. I never really like it. The combat feels strange to me. Maybe because I played Halo and I played Call of Duty. And the the Destiny combat is so weird, bro. It's so strange. But you can do so much shit with it. It's so much variety. But it's just like it doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel to move around in fucking Destiny. I don't know why. Everything feels kind of like animated. But I don't know. It could just be me. I mean, Anthem could never be like that because Bioware was never a studio that could make content like that. Bioware made single player story games. Their whole career was making memorable RPG games. So them switching that into fucking live service Anthem, because Anthem was a single player story game when it was first being created. Then they changed it. EA changed it halfway through, so they cut Anthem in half. They scrapped it, and they built it to be live service. But when they were already halfway done with the game, it was a single player story game with AI companions, like every other BioWare game was before it, with a whole system. That's why when you played Anthem single player and you walk around a city, you talk to the NPCs, y'all built relationships with people. Like all that shit was BioWare, the core of BioWare. Then it came out and they made that shit live service, and you have to drop in there. You have to go get some friends, go do some missions. Like it was cool, but then the content was never there. Because how do you turn a single player content into live service content that was stretched a whole period of time? Because they didn't have like a multiplayer mode where like you can PvP. They didn't have like uh a multiplayer mode where you like, well, they did have dungeons and shit, but they didn't have a lot of those because most of those were tied to the story, and then you just use them again to go grind loot. They didn't have a whole lot of live service elements to the game, and then they tried to add them bitches after launch, but none of that shit was coming out fast enough. You can't make a live service game out of a single player game. It never fucking works. And BioWare showed that they couldn't. Even though they could have made Anthem an amazing single player game, Anthem as a live service was fucking dead. Everything EA makes live service is fucking dead. Because they just made Battlefield live service. And guess what? Battlefield's fucking dead. Nothing works. Like Battlefront was trying to be live service. Guess what? That's fucking dead. But yeah, none of that shit was in the capabilities of BioWare. Or anybody at EA for that matter. Because none of their live service games are working. Besides the one Battle Royale game they got. Which is Apex. Which was an accident. But it worked. An accident that worked. Because they let them just drop fucking Apex out of nowhere. And when Apex got a community around it and it blew the fuck up, EA was like, oh, keep making that. Keep running with that. Because that was just a fucking offshoot free to play product that they dropped because Respawn didn't have nothing else to do with Titanfall. So yeah, EA just makes some badass corporate decisions and it's costing their games everything. But they're trying to fix their shit, I think. Because they're going back to Dead Space. Dead Space is about to be back in Caliber. Hopefully that's going to be hidden. BioWare's back making BioWare games, which hopefully that fucking works out. Hopefully it does, because the remasters, Mass Effect Legendary Edition was a hit. They changed some shit I didn't like, but I mean, it didn't ruin the game. It made the game feel more up to date, but it wasn't like the originals. And I think I didn't like it because I played the originals so many times that I noticed every fucking difference when it came out. I noticed the changes, and I'm like, why did they change that? Why did they change this? A lot of people see the changes for the better, but I'm like, they could have ignored the fuck out of that and added something different. Yeah, they don't. They have horrible decision making. But they're a big ass company full of a lot of people getting paid a lot of millions of dollars to make those decisions. So like whatever they say goes for the game developers that they own. And as long as they have FIFA, they're never going under. They make plenty of money off FIFA. So they'd be good for a long time. EA need to bring NBA Live back. That's all I'm worried about. Bring back NBA Live because 2K is even more trash than it's ever been. People are looking for another fucking basketball game, and EA is not there to supplement that. Which is an L on A part. Complete L on A part. But yeah, BioWare, they getting back in shape. Hopefully they show fucking Dragon Age. Because we've been waiting on Dragon Age for 5, 6, 7 years now. When the fucking Andromeda come out? 6 years ago? 7 years ago? It's been 7 fucking years. They ain't showed a damn thing about Dragon Age in 7 years, besides some concept art. So yeah, that's just kind of outrageous. But I think I'm ending the stream here. We already been going for damn near 3 hours. Damn, I ain't never did Gaming News Weekly Live for 3 hours. Usually it's like an hour or two. Yeah, NBA Live 19 was good, bro. It was probably one of the best freaking basketball games they've created in a long time. And that was when EA was just giving them a minimum amount of money for it. They weren't even funding that studio well enough. They were still using the Ignite engine from like 2013, and they still made that game as good as they could. The class systems were good. The character creation was good. Bringing the females into games were good. Like just for the community as a whole. Bringing the female basketball players to that game was everything. It made the game twice as good. And then 2K just took that and half-assed it and just patched it in. Like, all right, we got females in our game too. But could you create a 6'10" female WNBA player that's doing fucking windmill dunks on a park? No. They just half-assed the fuck out of it. I wish they did that better. Hopefully EA can find it in their heart, their wallet, their pockets somewhere to get an NBA Live game out. Because we need that shit. Basketball fans need that shit. And I heard they're going back to NCAA. If they are, hopefully they're fucking good. We haven't heard shit from EA because EA doesn't talk. And EA Play, they got canceled, so they're not doing that. I don't know who's marketing for EA, but they're fucking up. But yeah, we just gonna end it though. We gonna end the stream because 3 hours in, I really need to go get something to eat. And I think I got a video coming later today. I think. I'm gonna have to look, but yeah. Thank y'all all for coming out and watching. Make sure you hit that like button before y'all go. Subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Yeah, take care. That was a good stream. But alright. I'll catch y'all in the next one, bro. I'm gonna probably try to do this every week. But I do be fucking up because I be having work all the time. But yeah, I'll definitely catch y'all in the next one.